Hello, everybody. And yeah, here we are. The brick wall is back. You remember this guy here? He is wild and crazy tonight. I don't know. I guess he's been drinking or something tonight because he is absolutely out of his mind right now. As we're just on here chatting tonight, no rhyme or no reason. We're just gonna have some fun tonight. I actually want to get my go to my channel, put the link up on Digital to Dice.
That is, the eyes are weird. The rest of it was fine. We were before we went on the air, and I like what it did with the it's on my blanket too, but what it did with the logos, with the banners.
Yeah, it attacks certain colors,
But it's fine with the eyes now, but that's creepy. Also enough. Thank you.
You're creepy.
My wife just called me creepy, Dave.
Hi, Nate. How's it going? Nate played hockey with us today. A very long, very frustrating day at the rink, but we got through it all. We're just kind of chatting tonight. No rhyme, no reason. Ron's playing with the green screen.
Yeah,
I'm playing with my new hat. I got some new visors that were on sale, so I like the A's. I like color.
That's not one of those ones that you're going to shed a light on me in an inappropriate moment, are you?
No, these have no lights. These have nuts. Ronnie Williams, hey, you getting snow in Atlanta? It's snowing here in Boston right now.
It's raining here.
It was yucky out. I just went out to get some food and drove back in the slush, and yucky. It's cold. You can hear the wind shaking everything, and it's been kind of yucky out. But we're just on here, just having some fun. Wait, where's my banner? Here's my ticker. Where's my ticker? Oh, I got the ticker right there. Yeah. So just happy holidays, from us at Digital to Dice. We were gonna game tonight, and we said let's just chat. No snow in Georgia. That's good because 1 inch in Georgia is like 30 inches up here.
3 feet up here, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. So we have Nate Scott in here, Ronnie Williams from Georgia, Glenn Victor's in here with us, MP Fox. Hello, everybody. We're just kind of just random chat tonight. We invited a couple other people who might jump in and jump out to say hi, but we haven't been on in a while, and we're just kind of random chatting tonight, talking about some of the things we've been doing, maybe some of the things we got on Black Friday, some of the games that we got in the whole bit. So you might be getting a big storm up there.
Yeah, Alexa, what's the weather in Beverly, Massachusetts?
In Beverly, Massachusetts, there's a winter storm warning in effect until Sunday, December 6th, 7 a.m. The current weather is 35 degrees Fahrenheit with rain. Tonight, you can expect snowy weather with a low of 29 degrees.
Alexa, how much snow are they supposed to get in Beverly, Massachusetts?
It might snow in Beverly, Massachusetts tonight at 8 p.m. There's a 62% chance. You can expect about 0.97 inches. By the way, there's a winter storm warning for that area until Sunday, December 6th, 7 a.m.
Yeah, it was raining all day, and then it turned to snow, and then it turned back to rain again. But
how much are you supposed to get? That's what I was trying to get her to
I
say.
heard anything from nothing to 15 inches. That's where they're talking.
That's pretty much what they had called for up here. Good, Glenn. That's good. I set off.
I think in inner the line comes right down 128. It's like it's just, I don't know how it follows the highway, but it does. And everything inside of that towards me is usually less, and everything out towards Worcester, let's say, is more. Tim Pepper joins us here.
It's the case that we could have on Thursday. They were saying, "No, you might get 8 up here, and we're gonna get nothing."
Right. Yep. And that's how it is all the time too. It's like, we could get, I heard nothing. And then someone said, geez, Justin was predicting 15, and Justin's usually pretty good with his predictions. Justin was the guy that played in our hockey league. That's like he's trying to be a weatherman. He's pretty damn good at it. And so, Randy R is here, long-time lurker. Oh, you're in West Palm Beach. Oh,
73.
Yeah. Ron, can you please remove him from the chat? We don't want 73 degrees in here. It's 29 up here or whatever it is right now. And it's terrible.
She said it was 35 where you are.
Yeah. Although I got to say, we had no snow in November. We had snow on Halloween.
Yeah, so did we.
And then we had nothing in November. Now here it is, early December, and we got some snow out there. And it's just enough to piss you off. Sportsman Z.
Yeah, I set off everybody's Madam Speaker. See, I just try to make this as much of a realistic experience as possible.
Yeah, you do that. You know, and I don't know how you manage to set up all the Alexas around the world, but you do all at once. You really do.
I'm magic.
Yes, you are.
Here, let me show you.
Oh, here we go. Look at this guy. Here goes. It's craziness. I think he's been drinking again. I'm drinking seltzer right now.
It's the magic.
Oh man, what do I do with you here? There we go.
Oh, you want me to do that again? It's the magic.
Dun dun dun. Man, I forgot how to do all this stuff here. So let's see. I'm bigger, and then we're even, and
then you can make me bigger, right?
I thought I could. No, remove from stream a solo layout. I thought no.
Yeah, holy pupils is right.
Yeah, no, I can either do this, or I can do this, or do this,
or you can be solo.
Yeah, but I think I could make my screen if I put a screenshot on there. I could.
All right, so talk about the A4 paper.
Yeah, so I guess we'll talk a little bit of what we're playing here, just kind of having fun here on a Saturday night. So yeah, so the A4 paper, holy crap, yeah, it's I just put it away over here, but I tried it out. I started printing that baseball season on a regular card paper, and it was coming okay. And I had a really nice bright white 80-pound stock I was using. And then I ordered the 100-pound paper in to see if that would be any better. It's really close. 80 and 100 is kind of close, actually. And then, Tim's like, hey, try this A4 stuff. He sent me the link, so I ordered it, and I got it in. And it seemed to print. The cards come out a little bit more even when I cut. When I printed out on the regular size letter, I always had to. There was always a few cards I had to trim more off of because when you cut them somehow they weren't all even. You know what I mean?
What's the difference in size between 8x11 and A4?
A4 is like a shade smaller on the width, and I think it's a tad longer. Like it's
not
real
legal
close.
Size, is it? It's not legal.
No. It's instead of 8.5 by 11, it might be 8 1/4 by 11 1/4, maybe something like that. It's really close, but it is a little bit different. But when I dropped it in, my printer sizes for that, and then I just printed A4 right out of Photoshop, and it come out good, and I just cut on the lines, and it was the cards were a lot more even than they were in when I just printed on the normal paper. So the A4 paper is fantastic. That stuff's really good. I get all the 26 teams done for 1979. Holy cow. I mean, it just started off with a few teams, and then I added a few more, and then I added a few more. And then I says, well, I'm close enough. I should just finish him off. Holy cow. I was 4 or 5 hours, the last batch I was doing just to finish off the season. So
I know I talked to you through most of it last night. Speaking of which, one of your minions is there.
A minion?
Yes, Brock Riblet.
Oh, the pineapple pizza. Oh, of course. We ordered pizza last night. The pizza shop up the corner had the fire back in March, and they just reopened a few weeks ago. So we said, let's give them some business. So we ordered pizza last night, and I ordered online and front and center. If you want to order pineapple pizza, you can order pineapple pizza. We didn't. We just got the sausage pizza, but that is available. So yeah,
plenty of places you can. Actually, I think everywhere up here you can get a pineapple pizza. So yeah.
So we have Brock Riblet in here with the pineapple pizza. Gilles Thibault, good to see you. Haven't talked to you guys in a long time. Karen's here with us. Larry joined us. So yeah, a lot of people watching tonight. Just kind of impromptu stream tonight. Just wanted to talk, whatever, some game stuff and the whole bit, just to say hi. We're even on Facebook tonight. I am really not on Facebook anymore, except in the group. So it was fun. Let me talk a little bit about that product. It just started off as just me printing a couple teams, and then who do I want to play? Maybe I'll play a World Series, or maybe I'll play the Red Sox in a couple teams, or just what I like to do is go through the PDF and see what names I know, and if I know enough names, then I'll print out the team. And Dennis, Courtney Brown loves sausage pizza. He does. I had sausage pizza last night. I should have invited Courtney over. He likes anything with sausage, from what I hear. So. Poor Courtney. No, Courtney was the man today. He refereed the last game today and stuck around through all the yuck and the muck and
Yeah, it sounds like a nasty day.
it was a nasty day. It just really was. It just
Hello to Andrew's Tabletop Gaming channel. And
oh, nice.
Big Polly's with us too.
Ah, Big Polly, nice. Yeah, good to see the crew back here tonight as we just kind of chatting away.
My wife had a McRib last night at McDonald's.
I saw that. Somebody mentioned that the McRibs are back, and
I had one once about 30 years ago.
Yeah,
and no.
I probably had one 30 years ago. It was a long
something
time.
You got to do when you're drunk.
It's just it doesn't sound good. I mean, 30 years ago when you had a few drinks and beers or whatever, you're out with the buds, I'm gonna have a McRib. I probably had one and didn't like it, or just didn't like the sounds of it, because I really didn't go forward with it.
I don't mind barbecue sauce. Al,
Hello. How are you? Uncle Dave, Uncle Ron, how you doing?
doing good. I like barbecue sauce. I don't mind pickles and onions. And
I like cheesecake.
And I don't mind pork, but you put the combination. I don't know what part of the pig the McRib actually is.
You know, I actually was reading somewhere. I don't know if it was a YouTube article or Facebook article a while ago. They were talking about why the McRib is not year round, and I didn't finish reading the article, so I don't know. Somebody knows.
Got one last night at McDonald's, Al. That's what.
Yeah. So Sarah and Ron had a McRib last night, and
Sarah had a McRib. Ron had a quarter pounder.
Oh.
If I had either one of them, I would have had a stomachache. I've learned that as I've gotten older, the stomachache comes quicker now when I eat McDonald's for me, and it sucks because I used to love McDonald's. Oh, Oreos! I like Oreos.
You know, I don't like Oreos anymore.
No,
I would have had Oreo forever.
I was an Oreo guy. I would do the Oreos every night, and then she come home one night with Trader Joe's. They were called JoJo's, and they were the Trader Joe's version of Oreos, and they're just so much better. And now when you have an Oreo now, you taste. I don't know if it's chemicals or what it is, but the Trader Joe's stuff just seems to be more.
What were the not generic Oreos, but the other things that looked like Oreos?
Oh, the Hydrox. Hydrox.
Oh, Hydrox.
Yeah, I didn't like those.
Yeah, I didn't like Hydrox
I didn't
either.
like those.
Yeah.
Kevin Kilpatrick asks how you're doing with your Hockey Blast WHA stuff.
I just played a one-off. I haven't really figured out what I want to do with that yet. I played a one-off game. Had a blast. I'm having a blast with Hockey Blast. I'm really enjoying Hockey Blast. That's one of those games that and one of the topics on our show is going to be second chances, because I gave Hockey Blast a second chance and now I like it. I gave Second and 10 another chance, and now
hello to everyone in the chat. I just realized I had to click on the other side to see everyone in the chat.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I'm like,
I couldn't go full screen with this because I had to have the chat.
So I think what I'm going to do with that, Kevin, with the WHA replay, I think what I'd like to do is do a playoff series with that. You know, you can't buy Oreos as you open and eat the whole. No, you don't eat the whole bag. You just eat one row. It's one row. You can have a row. You can't have a bag, but you can have a row.
They do make the 100-calorie packs.
I like the thin Oreos now.
With the those of us with sugar issues, those are fine because there's only 3 of them to begin with. Those are good. Larry,
have you seen the maximum stuff Oreos?
Bobby Cantilano, how you doing?
They're a real thing. Okay, I thought they were a joke. Yeah, because you know how you get the double stuff. Well, there was one that picture the double stuff times like 4
on
or 5.
steroids.
It was massive.
Yeah, I don't like.
And I thought they were a joke, and I was checking out probably about 6 or 8 months, maybe a year ago, and they were right by the checkout, a whole thing of Oreos, maximum stuff. They were real. They were. This is not a joke. They are real. And I'm like, oh man. So let's see. Yeah, Bobby Catalano's in here. I haven't seen Bobby in a while. How are the alligators? Hopefully the alligators are okay down there. Larry's been playing some payoff pitch. Yeah, I love payoff pitch. We'll talk about that during the show. I know we will.
What are your thoughts, guys, on the new Hockey Manager with the animation they've done with their version of the chalkboard? It looks pretty cool.
It does look good. I guess they're still working on it because they talked about at some point they want to add names instead of just numbers onto the little players.
Oh, now, you can't have the names?
Right now it's just numbers because I listened to the premiere and P-Jet, what's going on, P-Jet? P-Jet, tonight I was sitting there I actually had a long day at the rink today, and I had dinner, and I'm sitting on the chair, and I put on YouTube, and your shootout hockey video come up that I've seen like 50 times, and I put that on, and I your voice is so. I crashed in the chair about an hour ago, and the wife comes in, she turned off the TV and the lights and everything, and I woke up, I was like, oh my gosh! But I was listening to you describe the penalties again on shootout hockey, so I always like those videos with you. Baltimore Orioles. Oh, I get it, Baltimore Orioles. Oh,
how you doing, Todd B? Yeah,
hello, Todd B. The man
Todd
who
B.
introduced us to replay basketball.
Replay basketball, man. Oh, we'll talk about that.
Franchise hockey manager, whatever.
Yeah. So let's circle back to franchise hockey manager and then the 2D chalkboard. I think it, at least from what I saw, it looked pretty smooth.
Yeah, it did.
You know, and I'd like to see more how that does. I would be more apt to get, if the names of the guys were there, I'd be more apt to get it, because then you could really do a good hockey broadcast.
Yep.
My problem is with franchise hockey manager, and it has been.
It's the other
since
stuff.
I got it. I can't figure out what to do, and I know how to do some things, but it's just I just lose.
What I didn't like about hockey manager, and again, I'm not a big hockey guy, like I'm a baseball guy.
Franchise hockey manager.
Sorry, yeah, because hockey manager is actually kind of fun. You see the little circles bash away at each other. Franchise hockey manager, it made it too hard to try to switch your lines to me. I'm like, why can't I just click on it and click on that guy? And obviously maybe I'm doing something wrong, but it was really too much of a pain in the butt. On the new one, what I did like was you could do historical what-if matchups.
Yes, that was nice.
And that was always fun to me. That I liked. I hope with the new one that you can also, I hope it gets a little action PC-ish where you can actually kind of do some in-game coaching. As opposed to saying, here are my lines, okay, they're going to automatically do this with the scales, which is fine. I like the animation. I saw I liked what I saw. I didn't know that you couldn't put I didn't know that the names weren't there. I just thought
they're working on that, because
I gotta have the names.
Well, they had the developers on. They had Jeff and Adam on, and those. I used to watch them every Wednesday night. They still have a Wednesday night stream on Twitch, and I used to watch every Wednesday until I kind of stopped playing that. And he was just saying that this is like 1.0 chalkboard 1.0, and this is a start for them. And it's a big change for them, and they want to make it better and go in that direction. I don't know who nudged them in that direction.
I did.
You know what I mean?
I did. I'm telling you, I left a message. It was like I murdered their children. When I said, why can't you do animation like with the big, what do you think, that's easy? I went, yeah, I do. I think it's easy.
So they got that going. But I mean, I can't play the game. I'm just terrible at the game. But if I could just set it to be automatic and just broadcast the game.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
Like we all like to do that. I sometimes kick back and just like to broadcast it. It's practice for me. It's fun. If I could do that, I would be okay with that. And I would probably get the game and enjoy it and then stream some games. Like I said, go back and play some old games. But as far as the game, my concern about that is, okay, the chalkboard I really, really like, and it's a selling point. My problem is I can't do anything in that game. I don't know how to set tactics or roles. My guys are always getting hurt. It's way over my head.
They need to have some, like what they do with Out of the Ballpark. You can put certain things on just auto.
Well, that's what I would do. Eventually, I would just say, go AI, run the team, and then the team would do better. But I don't know what the AI did. I wish they would be like, hey, coach, I suggest we put this guy on right wing. Or, hey, coach, this guy's role is wrong. Something to help you squeeze something out of your team, like a hint section. And it's a hardcore GM sim. And
to paraphrase someone else, this will revolutionize the way I don't play FHM. I won't buy it. I've bought 2 versions of it. I like hockey, and as you know, and I tend to take my sports management sim seriously, and I'm with Dave. I can't figure out stop it. Just stop it right now. You're as bad as Todd B. Oh, I will continue. May it please the ever-loving court.
I can sense this coming.
Is in the chat.
Thanks, Todd B, for the late birthday wishes. And so, yes, I'm getting closer to that AARP stuff.
I'm there.
Yeah, I know the 2 of you are there.
Uncle Dave's not there. I said I'm there.
Gardner qualifies for the 55 special at Golden Corral now.
I am getting there.
They're changing his diapers as he goes
Hey,
back to the roast beef.
you know something? The wife is she's at that age now where we can get into the grocery stores early.
That's cool.
I'm just saying, and she went today. She went to talk about Trader Joe's. I guess she went there today with her sister, and they got there early. And she says the line in the rain, cold this morning was like wrapped around the building, and she walked right in because it was senior citizen hour, and she got right in. And they're like, and she doesn't look like a senior citizen. That's the thing. She doesn't look it.
Where's my soup, Gardner?
I know, right? So she got her stuff, and that worked out well for us. Even last spring,
we had to go. It was snowing, raining here. We did a little shopping today, little Christmas shopping, and I figured no one would be there, right? I almost started to film when I got to the mall. There was no. It was like, this is the zombie apocalypse. There's no one there.
Yeah.
Except, of course, to where we were going. They were all in that one store. I'm like, are you kidding me? There's no one in this whole place. They're all congregating here. And then we went.
What were you doing at the pot shop so early in the morning?
I get high on life, my friend. I get high on sports sims games.
Right.
Have you not seen one of my streams? Hello.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that because we get a lot of the gamers in here. So I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I don't know if Jucket sent me a virus through email, but I've been playing baseball games. And as you know, I'm a very casual baseball guy.
Yeah, but you got the seasons you like, though.
I got the seasons I like. I got the seasons when I used to go to Fenway Park as a kid. Those are the seasons that I got. All the baseball cards I got. Oh my gosh, it just.
Don't look under the curtains, folks. Or behind the curtains. Is this your new toy, Ron?
No, it is the green screen graphics that come with StreamYard.
Oh, how did you do that? That's pretty cool.
And go to your settings or camera, mic.
Cam and mic.
Yeah, I saw that. When I clicked on it, it said nothing.
The green screen was the last option. And apparently because the CBS and the ABC stuff's got blue in it, it just shows off.
Oh, it picks it up.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yes, back to baseball, Dave. Now that
so I don't know what happened, but I got in a baseball mood, and I still love my hockey. Play hockey, just as much as I can, and I like computer hockey and tabletop hockey, and I got some Hockey Blast, and I did play some WHA because I got the WHA for Hockey Blast. I finally got an affordable set of 7071 Strat Hockey.
They're nuts. I went just because you're talking baseball. I've looked every so often. I go on.
Did you grab anything on the sale, Al?
Strat, no.
Okay.
No, I got all that. Dave brought up a great point. Just to talk Strat for a second, I bought Dave and Ron bring up a lot of great points.
Mostly Dave, though, right?
Does this get me back on Digital Dice?
Oh yeah. I'm looking for a new co-host. I'm looking for a second co-host.
No, but you had said something, Dave, when you're talking about the Strat sales. You already got all the. We're so lucky. I'm lucky I purchased what I wanted then when they had that huge card. They don't sell those seasons anymore.
No, they don't.
There was the guy that was looking for he's like, hey, I'm looking for a Strat Hockey like 82 baseball, whatever. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I have that. How the heck do I have that season? And it's like I go to their website and it's not there anymore. It's like, holy crap, I'm glad I grabbed it when I did for $27 and now it's $200.
Yeah. When you said that, Dave, I go, no, we bought this. I have this one, right? I went there and went, they literally have none of the old seasons anymore.
No.
Al, are you familiar? Because Dave had the catalog for this a while ago. The Midnight Graham site. He's the only authorized Strat reseller.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. And so
before I forget my point real quick, I want the 1976. That's the last thing I'll buy from Strat is the 1976 card and dice. I want that season.
You want Fidrich.
I want Fidrich. Now, I have it on PC. I get that.
Yep.
We all have a gazillion seasons we're never going to play with a gazillion games that we're never going to play. But we like them because we have an issue. My name's Al. I have a problem.
Oh, Al, let me tell you what, when we get to that part, yeah, I just made a Shavini order. But
I've been following your Shavini stuff. It's pretty cool. Anyway, real quick. So every once in a while, because you were talking about, you were going online looking to see, these people are selling the 1976 season $300, $200. Are you out of your mind?
Yeah.
I don't want it that bad.
Yeah. So my set. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ron.
Al, have they redone that season for Super Advanced?
Nope. Here's the thing. They sent something saying, what would you like to see? And a lot of people, from what I read, and again, I don't go on the Delphi's. I'm just saying when I read the comments under their Strat comment thing, people put in 1976. I don't understand why they can't release 1976. I want to buy 1976. I don't give a poop about a 60-game season or a real season with Strat. I want 1976. Why does this company refuse to give people what they want? People want 1976. Just go online. People are selling those things for $200.
And you know what's weird is Ron and I were talking about a possible show topic would be if you ran a card company, you know what I mean, how would you do things? You know what I mean? And because I go on eBay and I bought a 6-team thing. My 70-71, the guy only had 6 teams, right?
Yeah.
And so I went on this. And so I emailed Strat. I'm like, look, I know you don't sell the season anymore, but would you sell me, the Word doc for all the other teams? You know what I mean? I will buy them off you. You don't have them in print. I get it. But you get the 6 teams, and then the other ones, they send you the doc.
Dave, they can issue a one-off password. So you'd be able to print them once. You couldn't distribute them. And that would be it. So
I contacted Strat. I was like, can I buy this from you? Okay, I want to buy this from you. And they're like, nope, we don't sell that anymore.
They are.
So, then I go out. So I put feelers out and, not so many words. Someone's like, well, maybe I can help you out. And it's like, well, if I can't buy them from somebody, then I guess I got to get them from somewhere else. Right. So I'm not, I offered to buy them and you said no.
You're a big hockey fan. They give you 6 teams. You can't play a season. You can't play even the playoffs.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah. So I always I started to print out like every team. And then I was like, well, that's kind of a lot of work to do all that. But I think I still did, when I got my 70-71, I think I did print out the other 8 or 10 teams. Because I think they just added Buffalo and Vancouver.
It's like 13 or 14 teams that year, right?
I think they had the original 6, and then so they had 6, and then they added the 6 and 67, and then in 70-71, that was the first. They added 2 more, so they had 14. So I had 6, and I printed out the 8. So I do have a complete set now. But yeah, they wouldn't sell it to me, and I it's just kind of weird how they do business.
I get that they don't want their stuff. Todd B puts in if you can bring that up. And I'll read it if you want. I'm old. Okay. If Todd B, if Strat's so worried about their original sets, then reprint them in another form or color to appease the investors. The other thing is, Dave brought it up. I thought Dave hit it on the head. They're so afraid of their stuff getting stolen.
Right. The other thing is, look, if you sell a regular set for $49, is that what we thought? Is that what we said that the cards were?
I think it's around 49. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
So you get the laser printer and you sell the custom jobbies for $70. Not everyone will buy them, but at least you give the option there that if you want the cards so bad.
Yeah. But if they say, okay, we'll offer like I say, a print on demand 70-71 hockey season, all the teams, or at least even 6, and we'll give you the PDFs or whatever to print the other ones there. And it was $75. That's a season I really, really wanted. I would have paid that.
What's your entertainment dollars?
You were looking. I'm sorry, Al. You were looking at what, $79.80 at one point, and it was going to be $150. Dave,
for which one now? The $79.80.
$79.80. Weren't you looking at? You were looking at $79.80 or $80.81? No, $79.80. The first year that the Whalers were in the NHL. It was the first year after the merger, and you were looking to buy him through a thing. Moonlight Graham or on Delphi, and I think you were eBay, and they were $150 on eBay.
That's insane to me.
Yeah, and Moonlight Graham's the same way. The eBay and Moonlight Graham are all pretty close. Whereas if you want a 70s or 80s season, you're going to be paying a minimum $100. Oh, hey, Bruce and Laura, Beck, Ron, can you go brick for a second? Can you go brick for old time's sake? All right. There we go.
What? You rang.
That's for you, Bruce and Laura. It's been a while.
You rang, sir.
You rang, sir.
That's good stuff. Hello, Bruce and Laura. You're on. Where are you calling from?
Bruce, Bruce is getting hit with the snow out there in his area. He's inner from me, and that's
Did you get any snow? We had a little bit of snow.
Yeah, it snowed pretty good here today. We were supposed to get anywhere from 4 to 15 inches, but I think it's now closer to 4. Whereas I think going inner Massachusetts is going to get more, so they're going to get hammered. You might get hammered.
I moved the slush just in case because it would have freeze. And then
yeah,
I just in the rain I moved the slush.
I couldn't be bothered. I said I'm not going to go out there.
Todd B says it's like having printing plates for money and refusing to use them, which is absolutely correct.
But here's my point. And Todd's right. If you have the seasons already and you can make money, why can't you just print them on demand? Or I think if they put baseball, I'm talking baseball, you put 1976 up there for Strat, a ton of people are going to buy it for your it's what's it like I said, $50, 8 inches.
And now is this Laura or Bruce posting? I'm not sure. I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm tired. It's been
It turned into chat with Al 7:55 Eastern time.
7:55. But the hello, PJet. Every other one-man game company has all. Yeah, you're right. You're saying. My point is for baseball, they already have it. 76. If they print it, people are going to buy it.
Yeah.
So hockey, I don't know what the demand's there. I know there's hockey people play. Their games are good. I love Strat baseball.
Sorry, Bruce.
As Bruce has gone down the rabbit hole. Show right down.
We went out and saw Bruce and Laura a couple of months ago.
Yep.
We took the ride and saw them. Yep.
But to get back to Al's point, yes, you're right. And even if they don't do it the year that they're going to redo it. So if you know that they're not doing 76 and 21, but they might do it in 23 or 24, at least make what they have available now. I mean, everything's done by PDF.
Yeah, I don't get why they can't offer, like I say, a print on demand, or say, hey, if we get enough demand for this order here, we'll do a set. I don't know why you have people who are hungry to buy these older seasons and you refuse to sell it, and so then they go to eBay and they spend $150 on a set or $100 on a set. I lucked out, and I don't know if it was on Facebook or if it was on Delphi or where it was. And the guy says, hey, I'm selling a bunch of my stuff. I get 70-71 hockey, those original 6. And I think I got it for $10 a team. I think he sold it to me for
you got a good deal on it.
I was like, just please, here's my PayPal. Give me it right now, And then, like I say, someone else helped me find the other 18.
You've
so I
had
have
good
the full
experience
set.
doing that, Dave?
So what now? Good.
You've had good experience, like ordering. I'm always afraid. I've never done where if I order a season, I get it. I'm like, oh, he got it through Delphi though, right? You got it through Delphi.
I think that was through like a Strat clearinghouse on Facebook.
Okay.
What that was. I bought some other stuff from a guy on Facebook, and they've been pretty good, I mean, seriously, I bought a lot of stuff. Mostly Strat.
Yeah. Could someone who had the 1982 season who hasn't ripped anything apart yet, or even if they have, you could reprint that and sell it online anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And
I don't know.
I have not played Strat College Football PC.
I'm going to tell you about Strat College Football PC and the wonderful company that Strat is.
Oh, make him full screen for this.
Okay.
Make him full screen for this.
Okay.
First of all, I bought all the Strat PC games, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoy them. The football game's fun. This is a long story. I'm going to make it really short, though. I will continue. Thank you. And it does please the court, whether it does or it doesn't. I'm going to go. So the college game has a glitch where you kick off and then it kickoffs again. It's bizarre. I told them about this. Can you help me with this? I think it's a glitch. No, it's not a glitch. Now, when the new college game came out, it's actually in their thing that they fixed this glitch. I'm like, so I have to buy the new game to fix the glitch of the double kickoff. That's why I have issues with Strat the company. I like Strat the games, but that's why, you see what I'm saying? Look it up, people. Look it up. You can find it. They
that's weird.
Fixed the glitch. But
the views expressed by our guests are not necessarily the views of the digital.
Oh, you bunch of meows.
I'll address that one. Hard drive space is pretty much dirt cheap. You don't need to have all that stuff there if you're printing on demand. Bill, I was going to bring up the point. Bill Staffa, who did the MP3 games, the cards and dice for MP3. It's now computer only. But all those seasons were print on demand. He had the file. Once he made the cards, all it did was sit on his hard drive. So he called up and said, I want the 76 season. He'd make it for you himself.
So here's my question to you guys. So if it was on demand, right? Now a normal season's like $50 plus shipping, right?
Yes. $70. Just charge $70 for it.
So then, okay, so if I wanted that season bad enough, and I was willing to pay $70 to print it for me, and then plus the shipping.
Right.
You're making your money.
And if they were to do that, the season comes out you really want. I wanted 70-71 hockey. You want 76 baseball, right?
Yeah.
You'd be willing to pay, like I say, $70-$75 for that.
I'm not paying $200, $150.
Right. But if you did that, that's a fair range, I guess. Okay, because
if it's on
print
demand,
on demand, I know that they're usually $49 for baseball, whatever.
Yeah,
but
about 50. Yeah.
okay, so it's gonna be $80. Let's say it's gonna be $80.
Yeah, shipping.
$80, right? So they make money, and you don't have to spend. You don't have to spend twice that on eBay. Because you're willing to spend the money on that, just like I was on a favorite season, and they're not. They just don't. They don't want to do it.
They're making $30-$40 because the research is already done.
Hello, Golden Eagle 99.
Hi, Golden Eagle. The research is already done. All they have to do is just print it.
Yep.
Well, that's my point. I don't get it. I don't. Here's the thing. I'm going to ask this because you play Hockey Blast, and I see there's people who play the play games, which I've never played. I keep looking at the soccer game because I like soccer, and they have this Cosmos, the 77 season.
Pele.
Do they have Peel? Is Peel in it?
Yeah, Peel is in it. Peel is in it. There's a very famous story when Pele went to Shea Stadium.
Talk about meows, but go ahead.
Because I'm going to bring it up because the sports writer says no one's going to even know who Pele is. And the guy says, I bet you dinner or 100, whatever he bet him. He goes, if Pele stands up and looks around, you'll see. And everyone said, who's that? And in the Mets game, they thought, oh, wow, Pele's here. So everyone knew Pele was the most popular athlete. I just like that. That brings, you know how you say stuff about your childhood or when you were into something? I always liked soccer. I came from an ethnic background. My brother was a good soccer player and stuff. But when the Cosmos come out, these are all these guys, these names that I kind of knew. And I know they were older and not as good, but it was just fun to watch. And they changed the rules for North American Soccer League. You had to have a winner. And their shootout wasn't a shootout. It was so cool. You got the ball, I think it was at midfield, and you had 10 seconds or 30 yards out, and you had 10 seconds or something like that to go in on net to try to score, and the goalie could come out.
Yeah.
If you shot after the 10 seconds, and I might have the timing wrong.
I think it was 5. I think it was quick.
If you didn't shoot before that, the goal didn't count. It was so cool, the sudden death.
Yeah, it was kind of neat.
Take a look on YouTube, Al. There's a really young John Miller with hair.
With hair
that was calling the San Jose games before he came east to call Red Sox games. So yes, John Miller with that Simpsons anchorman hair. Take care, Bobby.
Hi, Bobby. Merry Christmas. Happy
and
holiday.
so yeah, you should find that. That was pretty funny. John Miller in his mid-20s.
It's something I've always wanted. And the closest I've gotten to it, there's a free game on Field of Dreams. I never get that right. You know that site?
Sportsreplays.net.
Yeah. There's a game called Goal Pro. It's actually really fun. And I made the 77 Cosmos, and I put it on my new computer. I went to go, I'm going to make a few more 77 teams. Someone already did it and put the file on there.
Nice.
But again, it's based on a board game, and you can actually print that stuff up. But I just clicked, and I was having fun with that.
Dave and I were talking last week or this week about, what would we do if the first thing that you would get would be an established card company, not necessarily saying Stratomatic, but that's the one we're talking about. And the first thing that I would do would be to contact Richard Hanna and say, how much to redo our 4 games. And that would
games are a lot of fun.
jeepers, yeah, they're ridiculous.
Just the interfaces alone. I mean,
The-
because of those interfaces, Gardner bought the basketball game and PC and replay
Yeah, and
baseball.
like I said,
The
I'm a
replay-
casual for both, but they played their cards and dice. They're fun. You can for the baseball playing off pitch, and I was inputting stats into the thing.
How do you like that? How do you like doing that?
I love it. 'Cause here's the thing: is that I like to go back and forth between the PC and the tabletop, and I love playing Mistrat hockey, but I always just do a one-off because I don't have the time to play individual games and then keep stats of all that stuff, right?
Yeah, I do it.
What I can do now is I started the 79 season in PC Replay Baseball. I can tell the computer to play whatever games I want them to play. And then I can look at the schedule and say, I want to play this game. Last night it was Cincinnati and Tom Seaver was pitching, right? Or Tom Sawyer, one of those guys. I forget.
Tom Sawyer.
And so I said, okay, I'm playing that game, right? So now I was just playing that in PC Replay, but I have cards now in Payoff Pitch. I could set that up and I could play tabletop game, and now that's included in this season. So I feel like I don't have to play the whole season. I can play whatever games I want on the tabletop, and that's part of that.
And you can quick send the other ones.
And I can quick send the other ones, and the PC keeps all the stats for me. And I did that. I played a game, and it's a little slower because you got to figure it out and then log it in, and it makes streaming a little clunky. But the idea being is that I'm playing Payoff Pitch, which I really
you were enjoying it. I like what you said. You're gonna have to take my word. I'm not lying.
yeah. I mean, because I'm rolling the dice. It's like, okay, this is, and I figured, okay, that's going to be a ground ball, and that's a double play, and you go in, you put in the double play, and so you can see it happening, and it kept it because I was looking for a baseball interface. That's how this whole thing started. I wanted a baseball interface so I could keep track of stuff.
That. ID Gesture's done it. A couple other people I've seen do it. I mean, that's not for me. I don't think I would do it, but I do enjoy, as Glenn Victor, Hannah's work is fantastic. Absolutely. Ron, you've played you played the baseball game, correct?
Yeah.
Now, again, I'm getting to remember the numbers now. Not necessarily exactly what it is, but what's a out and what's a hit. It's so much fun. The basketball game, you just read off the card. Ron did a great one.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Yeah, that's why I got it.
I had the basketball cards figured out without looking at any of the charts by the second quarter of that training game that I did. It was just like, wow. And it flows. How you doing, Spartacus?
Great channel right there.
Yes, he does.
I was watching sub I am Sporticus.
Yeah, I went to his channel the other day and I was watching some of his old stuff.
He's a big Michigan Wolverines fan. College.
Some of us have to be.
Yeah, and it's be nice.
I am.
I know, but he gets so excited because he's playing as Michigan when they win. It's just awesome stuff, and he uses 2nd and 10. He does a great job with that.
But yeah, so to talk about the basketball game, I haven't touched it. We'd watched Todd B when we did the Discord thing, talk about that replay and how much he loved the game. And like, I now have 5 basketball games. So I picked it up and played it and did that demo game and loved it.
I played the demo for a week until it went on sale, and I get up and bought it right away, and I love it. It is the best cards and dice game on the PC that I've played. Not that I played a lot, but I mean, this, I feel like you can roll your own dice if you want. It figures it out. Like Ron said, you look at the cards and you can pretty much figure it out. I printed out the chart, even the fast break chart.
Yeah,
so
I didn't do that. Yeah.
So print out the fast break chart, because then when you roll the dice, you can see like the first, because
shut off the rare plays.
Yeah, turn off rare plays too.
I lost Patrick Ewing in a that.
Yeah, Ron had a couple guys tossed out.
I had Al. I tried.
You told me Will Chamberlain
twice. I learned how to delete.
Never found out of it. Another great channel right there. SG.
He is doing the payoff pitch. He's doing payoff pitch and putting it into Replay PC.
Another great channel. Check out that channel. Please go sub it.
Ooh. There's news. Richard is programming Legends of Boxing.
Ooh. Nice.
He needs to do hockey.
Let me just tell you, I'm going to make a plug for Glory Days Boxing because it's absolutely fabulous.
And you and I are about to do some of that together.
Yes, we are. So stay tuned for that. But the replay basketball is so easy to pick up. Now, here's the funny thing. Sometimes, remember, Ron, we were talking just, I think we were Facebook chatting.
Yeah.
You guys have brought it up and on an excellent Digital Dice podcast, which I have to remember to get those on Spreaker because I just go, when they go on YouTube. But I think it's better if I listen on Spreaker. It will be better for you guys, I think. About giving things a second look, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I had the demo for the basketball. I'm like, I still don't. I mean, I get it, but I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Todd,
Modern basketball, and I know the three of us really don't watch modern basketball. It's always kind of hard to get the judges.
Yeah, so I'm doing the demo. I'm like, yeah, I know these players. I mean, I just can't. And I know what I think it was. It's the season, and it's great they let you try it, but I just didn't feel it with those.
Yeah.
And then I'm watching other people, and everyone's getting excited about. I said, you know what? If I get this game, I love the baseball game, and it was hello, Steven. King Icky Boo, another great channel in our community.
Oh, I love Icky Boo.
Yeah.
He explained, and ID Gesture actually also explained. I went back and watched that video too after I watched a King Icky Boo one, where he said this game doesn't get love, meaning the baseball, PC replay baseball. He goes, I'm going to explain this to you because people don't understand. I get it. I roll the dice, I punch the things in, but what is it? I don't get it. And it said he went through like column 1 and column 2. Pitchers, can they strike you out? Column 3, can they stop a batter from getting a hit? Column 4, infield fielding. Column 5, pitcher's control.
Yeah, yeah.
Column 6, boom goes the ball column.
Yep.
Once he said that, I was like, okay, at least I know this part.
Yeah.
I went back to the demo a little bit, and then I watched his video, and I went back to watch ID Gesture's video because I remember ID explained it one time. I had to find it, which is, man, trying to find old videos from anyone I like. I'm like, oh my God, where is it? And then I'm like, okay, I get this. It's like APA, which I already kind of knew. You kind of add things to get your. I love the baseball game.
I do too. Yeah.
I love it.
And I love the PC, how you could just sit back and click and let it run its course, or you can roll your own dice, or like I have the charts out and I'll follow along.
I did a little cheat sheet. Now I can't find it, right?
The baseball game is everything the APA Master game should have been.
You were telling me, Ron. I'm sorry that I'm turning my head.
And Gilles says you got to get used to the blue die and the replay hoops, and it just kind of gives it that extra anticipation on that dice flow because you got to roll that blue die, and so if it's higher than it, you get one result.
But what I like about both the basketball and the PC is I've printed out the charts and I follow along.
There you go.
You get your little cheat sheet.
Now I have
there
the
you go.
charts too. Yeah, I put it on digital. I mean, again, it's not everything, but it's the majority of what you need to know. And I have you can print these out. I don't know if you guys. I'm sorry, but I printed
them full screen, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah. I printed those out too.
I'll make you full screen. Okay, show them again.
So I did a cheat sheet, and you can get this on Digital to Dice. You just have to go back and look, or if someone wants it, I'll put it back up again. It's just a cheat sheet. It's not everything, but it's a majority of the stuff. It's but you can print out the charts and you can follow along with the game. But it's really a good and I have to give, here's the other thing, I have to give Dave Gardner a lot of credit. Because sometimes
don't let your head swell, Gardner.
This is why I have him on. I need to feed my ego once in a while. You know what I mean? Go ahead. I had a bad day. This is good for me. This is therapy.
He was doing Streamlab, okay? He was doing Streamlab or something.
The other OBS brand.
Yeah, which I'm like, I don't want to learn another one. But he said something about, it brings everything up. I'm like, I've been streaming using a window as opposed to a capture screen. And for certain like action PC games now, I use a capture screen, and I can do it because I have 2 computer screens. It's very clunky if you do with one, because the other screen pops up sometimes. But thank you, Uncle Dave Gardner. When you said that, the only thing I've noticed is the picture is a little smaller because it captures the whole screen. And even though I'm recording at 1080p because I have the capability of doing that, it's not as sharp the other way. But I like that all the screens pop up. So I
have the let me see if I can do this here. I don't know how this will come out, but I have the go solo layout. I have so that's the basketball chart.
Yeah, I didn't print that's nice.
Okay, so column, see the column 1, column 2. So you can follow along, and if it's not in particular column, let's just say there's a a dollar sign or something like that, and it's in a different column, it means the same thing.
Yeah.
That's what I really like about the basketball. So I follow along in the chart when I play if I need to, but like I say, it's a little more simpler than baseball.
Yes.
And then I printed out this too. Now this is the fast break chart. Okay.
I'll have to go
And
look at
and
that.
now the teams are rated over here, like say from dark green all the way down to whatever the yucky color is over here.
double red. Okay.
Yeah, double red. So it's so you see that, and the dice rolls here. So this is your red dice, and so that tells you where to start, and then you got your what
Nice.
then you follow along, and so even the fast breaks, I found that I can actually
I've not
follow along with them
That's
now.
nice.
I've not put that up because, like Ron said, the majority of the game is right off the card. So I let the
Yeah.
fast break go, but that's nice if you want to.
Yeah,
And I tell you another thing. You want to talk about customer service with PC Replay Baseball or the replay company? I'm sorry.
Yeah, Pete's company. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something right now. I said something. I said, I spent a lot of money with this other company. I don't want to spend no more money with that company. And I was honest. I said, there's one thing I want to get from that company.
Yeah.
One thing now, right? That I can get from other company. I want it from that company. I want to spend my money. And I sent him an email with you guys. Can you just explain a couple of things to me and you'll have a customer for life?
And he did.
He explained what I asked a few things. Then when I send questions, again, someone else who's played those games, right, will know this. But because they're very nice, I'll just ask them a quick question. They reply back.
yeah, they've been good. This is like I said, between that and the payoff pitch and payoff pitch and piece of replay, those are my big Black Friday scores.
Jason, who are you? I'm not. That's not a name I recognize. We featured him. Thank you, sir, Kent. Yeah, that's exactly it. So, Al, I had to shove the rare plays after the second time in 2 games that Chamberlain got thrown out.
So, okay, I'll have to do that then.
Oh, okay.
Here's my favorite thing. When I first started playing,
He's working on
There's a racing game and a boxing game now, right?
I think he had basketball and there was a racing game and a boxing game he was working on.
boxing, I like boxing.
Yeah, we know.
I like boxing.
It's like
I like
saying,
Glory Days boxing. I like all boxing. I try a lot of different boxing games. Like you guys, Dave likes to try a lot of hockey games.
You like to
Ron-
see how they play. You
Ron,
think what it is you think you're missing something.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, I haven't played this hockey game yet. What if this hockey game does something I really, really like?
Ron,
you know.
what would be yours? Baseball, most you've tried a
yeah,
lot.
baseball is.
He just finished. What's his? What site is this?
It's Flash Sports now. It's a Facebook group. Flash
Okay.
Games. So take a look at that.
All
We
right.
had him on to talk
Yeah, we had
about
him on the show.
He's the
Okay.
guy, Al, that he lost his files in a flood. And 30 years later, he's talking about that. And someone pulled out the files and sent him the PDFs of his original game. It's one of the best
Yeah, it
stories
was a
I've ever
great-
heard.
Great story, yeah.
Did I miss a digital dice somewhere?
Yeah, it was. When did we talk to you? It was.
I don't recall this one. I'm gonna have to go back.
Was it this-
summer?
Yeah, this summer
Right around
or
the
spring.
anniversary
Yeah.
show.
I have to be honest. I think I missed that, and I watch. As you know, I
48 was the anniversary, so episode 50-ish,
around there. Okay,
around there.
No, but I like. So I do try out different boxing games. Okay.
Yeah.
My
So
favorite.
episode 49, yeah.
Thank you.
And we're up to what, 66 right
we just
now.
did Lemieux, so
You're at the Mario Lemieux one.
Mario Lemieux, yeah.
so the next one is the Ottawa 67s.
So the Impossible Dream season.
The
That's
expansion, the NHL expansion season.
Anyway. But yeah, I like to try different games. I'm not as adventurous with other games though. Like baseball. I like Strat, and I like. I went brain dead. Pine Tar. I really like Pine Tar.
Yep.
I played a little bit of Payoff Pitch. Great game.
I really wish that was computerized.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: if anyone's a developer watching this later, and you're going to do a card and dice game, let us roll our own dice. Give us the ability to punch it in if we want, because that's such a cool feature
That is.
with
Yeah.
Strat Baseball and the PC replay games.
Yeah, that is fun. And the key word is option, because there's some nights, like I say, I'll be doing whatever, and I'm tired, and I kick my feet up, and someone's on YouTube streaming, and I'm like, oh, this is fun. I'm just going to relax to that. And I call up PC Replay, whether it's baseball or basketball. It's like, you know something? I don't feel like rolling dice tonight. I just want to hit the enter button or the mouse button and play my game. But there's other times you do want to roll. So that option is sweet.
I like rolling my own dice. And another fun game company, they're very nice, at least with me, when I Ron, the golf game.
ASG, which is also
ASG.
Richard Hannigan.
Wonderful. Another, you ask them questions. You can call them, for God's sakes. They hate my guts because I'm not quite sure how to do that.
George hates you?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
They're nice.
I'm in the shower. Yeah, just a quick question for you. I rolled a 9.
I'm not telling you how to change the rating on the 72 Dolphins.
I want them to lose. No, they're another fun company.
Yes,
Soccer game's magnificent.
Yes.
The tennis game's magnificent.
That's the Aunt Becky episode, Todd. Will be episode 69.
Yep. And the horse racing game, a lot of fun. I don't know.
Game-winning drive. Oh, yeah, from my videos. Oh, thanks. Game-winning drive is fun.
Now there's a patch for the horse racing game, which I have, but you have to put in your key that they gave you when you got the game to run it. So I haven't done that yet.
PJ. That's great.
It's true, PJ. It's true. Just a quick question.
Just one more thing.
I know it's your wife's
Like
anniversary,
Columbo.
and you just wanted a glass of wine at the restaurant. But
Remember, you guys remember Columbo?
Yeah. That's why I said it. Just one more thing.
One more thing. And I was like, when I was a kid watching that, I go, "You're so." Now he's got you now.
I was watching an episode of that. It was on.
You can find
it must have been this summer because I watched a lot of
There are
TV
a lot
this
more on
summer
YouTube.
when I didn't work, and he was in one episode. It had to do with it was about a football team, and he was up in the booth with the GMs, and they had called in on the phone, and they heard something in the background, and he realized it was the baseball game in the background, or the football game in the background, and he traced it all back. And he was walking in, and it's like, so you were calling from your office? Yeah, I was calling from my office when I made the call. Oh. So is that why we heard the ball game in the background? One more thing. Yeah. It was great. It was like, yep, gotcha.
There's one more about
the other
Columbo.
great thing about Columbo was that you saw the murder and who did it beforehand. And so the whole thing was about how he caught the person as opposed to trying to do the whodunit.
I have never seen Dick Van Dyke as a bad guy. In a Columbo episode, he's a bad guy. Dick Van Dyke's the guy who's in Chitty Chitty Bang Gang, right?
And Mary Poppins.
That's it. So I got the.
He should have had his own show.
Who? He did.
Oh,
come on.
Dave.
You walked right into that one.
Oh, Dave.
But anyway, he was a great episode. Highly recommend it. He kills his wife. And then it's, how does Columbo figure?
Yeah. And
he was a world-class photographer. It's just awesome. Look up Columbo, Dick Van Dyke. It's on YouTube. It's awesome.
Todd B makes a good point. Yeah, Columbo wouldn't last nowadays.
No, that was a fun show. I like it. Years ago, I tried to get Richard to make Flash Football PC, but he was already making second season. I think it is brilliant. A brilliant port. Yeah. The Richard Hanna games are excellent.
Yeah. All right, so let me double back here to kind of how we're all over the place, which is what we do, and I love that. That's what we do. So I was trying to find a baseball game, okay? And I guess I'm going to mention names here, I guess. And I was really looking at, I want to say it was Inside Pitch. And I liked it, because I was
Inside Pitch.
It was inside. So I was following along. I was like, okay, this one looks fun. I don't know why I'm in a baseball mood.
Pay attention.
And the thing is, like I say, you know what I was looking for? I was looking for a game that had seasons. Okay, because I like Strat Basic. Okay, I play a little bit of Advanced, but I do like Strat Basic. But as we talked about, you can't get any seasons from the 70s or 80s. I think I got 73, 80, and 82 from Strat, and that's all that they had to offer. And I'm not gonna pick up. I might even have 77. It's whatever they had. I got like 4 seasons.
77, I think, also that time.
Yeah, that's all they had on the site, right? So I bought what they had when I bought the baseball game. And I'm kind of glad I did, because knowing that they might not ever print them again, whatever. But I was like, there's a lot of seasons they want to play that they don't have. So I want to find a Ron, what's the word? Not smaller company. What's the word we use?
Mid-level.
Mom and pop.
Not mom and pop. I forget what it is, but just, I wanted to find. I hate the word use the word smaller game because that's not right. But you consider Stratton Apple to be the big guys, And so I wanted to find a baseball game that had a bunch of seasons that wasn't that expensive that I could play.
Indie company, I guess, is what you're thinking.
Independent company, maybe
Yes.
it was, yeah. And so I was looking at Inside Pitch. I was like, that's the one I'm going to get. And I was watching videos, and everybody in the community had videos and Inside Pitch, and I was watching them. And then all of a sudden, like I was watching one video, and it got real deep and confusing. And I was like, this is not where I want to go with baseball. And I was just ready to hit the buy button for Black Friday. It's like, no, I don't think this is the game I want. And then immediately up, the next video was Payoff Pitch.
Good game.
And I was like, okay, what's this Payoff Pitch thing? And I followed that. I was like, I like how the readings are almost instantly off the card. If not, it's really quick. They have just like four pages of charts that you look at in, bunts and steals. And from the very get-go, I followed it. I followed 90% of that game. And Inside Pitch, I followed like 40 or 50%, and then I got lost. And I got really lost. And not saying I couldn't go back and figure that out, but I was
But you found something that scratched your itch.
I found something that I got because when I did the PC basketball demo, I got it immediately. I was like, oh my gosh, this just clicked.
Yeah, you raved about that right off the bat.
Right off the bat. I was like, I get it. This is fun.
I was different, like I said, but when I watched you guys talk about it, and I'm thinking, if I play this with seasons I like, I'm gonna like this game. And then,
and they get 85, 86 because I gobbled it up. Yeah. And so I'm looking around. It's like, this Payoff Pitch looks pretty good. And everyone was raving about it in the cards and the customer service. So I went to the sideline place. I looked at it, and they had the sale already on. I think it was. And so I grabbed,
great sale.
It was, I think the game is like $7 or $8 or something like that.
For the PDF, right?
For the PDF, yeah. And I think I paid $4 for the PDF game.
You're basically 50% off of it.
It was 20. I think it was 25% off on Black Friday, and I think it was $6, and I got it for $4. And the seasons are $9, and there was $6.75. So for $10.75, I got the game in a season, and it just it worked. And I was like, man, this is great. And this is what I was looking for. I was looking for a kind of more of an independent company that had a bunch of seasons. He doesn't have all the seasons, but he's got enough seasons in my wheelhouse, and it's $6.75 a season. Now, granted, you got to print them out yourself.
That can be expensive. I remember talking about that. That was funny.
Yeah, and for $50,
$150. Here you go.
No, I know. I printed them here, and I mocked them up with logos and colors.
You did a great job.
Yeah, those come out great. That was like my special set. I may do that again for more of his stuff. I don't know, but I just did the 79 season. I did that for whatever reason, but that game I followed, and even when I got stuck a little bit, the community helped me out, and I might have emailed him, and because I was confused about the double play because somebody was saying, because I think I was talking to him on Delphi actually, and I said, hey, I got your game. So one question though, there was one video of a guy that talked about double play this way, and another guy talked about double play where it's like, one guy said if the number on the dice is less than both of these, it's a double play, and then someone else says, no, you combine the pitcher and the batter, which if the pitcher's an 8 and the batter's an 8, that's 16. You'll never get 16 on 2d6 roll, so that didn't make sense.
Right.
So he clarified that. I said no, it's this way, and so
they have great customer service.
So I was looking for a game like that, and I'm glad I found Payoff Pitch because I'm hearing great things about it. I've been in communication with them. I bought a bunch of stuff on sale. I did not spend hardly any money. I printed them out myself. I got a nice looking card. And now I can piggyback that into PC Replay Baseball because when I got Payoff Pitch, it says I want to find an interface. And I thought about the Strat one, but I was like, boy, that's a very confusing one, and I don't know if I want to do Strat.
Alan,
and then
you scored on using Strat that way?
No, I'll tell you, no, I've seen people do it. I've used Tony he changed his name. Card and Dice TV, I think now.
Yeah, it's Tony. Yeah.
No, I know it's Tony, but he was, I can't remember what he was before. He was using I got it on my Kindle. I can't think of what it is now.
Oh, it's iScore. iScore?
Yes. I tried that, but for me, this is me, I'm saying. It's a cool thing, but I felt like I wasn't playing card and dice for me because I was like, oh, I messed up on this. And, and again, I don't keep stats. I do not one and dones, but series mostly.
Yeah.
So I just keep what I want to keep, and I look at it. No one's ever asked me for the stats. I would look at.
I wanted to find an interface so I could play a game or a series and then share the stats, because writing it down on a piece of paper and then inputting it later, it's like So I wanted to, and there was iStat and ball score and all that stuff, and then PC Replay come on. I was like, cheapest creepers. I can get the game on sale, so I'll have the game to play. You come to the season of your choice, and if I get the same season I have in the cards, I can, like I said, do what I'm doing. I can simulate as many games as I want to, play the PC Replay if I want to. I can roll dice in PC Replay, or I can play Payoff Pitch or Strat or All-Star Lineup Baseball here on my table and put the stats into that, so I can play a longer season and I can choose any game I want to play. And it'll keep the stats, and I can follow along with that. And that's why Payoff Pitch really I just like that, and it's combined with PC Replay. It's great. And then the PC Replay basketball just tops it all off. That game flows.
Larry Harris
flows.
Absolutely. Larry Harris's Dave's payoff cards are awesome.
Those are gorgeous.
They are gorgeous.
Those are gorgeous.
If you're not in the Facebook group Digital Dice, you should join. We have a lot of fun there, and you get to follow a lot of people's projects. They might not be YouTubers, but you still follow. I love following people's projects.
That's great stuff.
It's a lot of fun stuff. It's a great place a reference place, I guess, if you have a question, because we played so many games.
Flinner's been on the show before.
Yeah.
He's playing Diablo, I guess. He needs more fury. I have the cards here. Let me see if I can share them.
The sad thing about Ball Score and Ball Stat is that the guy who is also Dave, the guy that developed Ball Roller,
okay,
is he passed away.
Yeah.
And the family won't let anyone update the software. And
So I don't know
so
if you can see that. That's the
Yeah,
you guys
they're
see
awesome.
that?
I
Yeah,
like how you had
see
to
the
do
logos.
pitchers and hitters cards different because of the way the cards were.
Yeah, because I started to do the batters, and I was like, boy, what do I do with the
Great
pitchers?
choice.
So yeah, so
I
this
tell
is
you, I like what I'm glad you went with the Trident, because that's 79, I think, right? 77,
79.
Yeah. The cards are beautiful, and then you edged them.
I got the corner rounder from I ordered that. I'm on a print and play group, and they have like adventure games, and they raved about this corner cutter. So I was like, I'll try it. I tried it. I was like, yeah, I like that. So and the other thing, the payoff pitch videos, they're not going to be collectible like Strat. I mean, unless you buy it from the manufacturer. I get that. But for me, to print out this, I had a blast printing them out and putting the logos on and just making them look nice.
Like I said in a comment, Uncle Dave, now enjoy them.
Yeah.
You worked so hard on them. They're so cool.
yes.
Yeah, no, they come out pretty good. And I didn't know I was going to do all the teams. I was just going to do a few, but then I did more and more and more. And I'm like, so let me just do the whole season. And I don't know if I'll do this with every season, but they did come out nice. So I'm going to play 79 for a while. Then at some point, at some point, I should probably come back and do another season. I'd love to see if they don't have 75 yet or 80, but
100.
I was using 80 I started off with 80 to 100. I was bouncing back and forth. I think I just used 80 for this. And then it was Tim Pepper says, hey, get the A4 card stock. It makes it a heck of a lot easier. Now, the A4 cards are a little smaller than the regular ones, but they're fine. These are nice. They fit in your hand nice. They're almost like a playing card,
Absolutely. They're beautiful.
Yeah, and again, anybody that's out there, because we were talking about a lot of printing on Digital to Dice there, go get a laser color printer.
That's what I wanted to ask you.
They're really not. They're not like years ago. It'd be $500 to $1,000, and it's so expensive to print. It is not expensive to print laser copy. I got this at Staples. I don't know if I got it a year ago, whatever it was. And Staples, I think they wanted like maybe $2.99 or something like that. I forget what it was. And Amazon had it on sale for $50 less or $60 less, maybe even $100 less. And Staples matched the price, my local Staples. And so I got a really good deal on the printer. It was rated by CNET, one of the best laser jets of last year. It prints super. I mean, again, it's not magazine quality,
no, but those are very nice.
But it blows away. It blows away the the inkjet stuff.
I had
In fact, I had Fast Action Footballs, you know.
Yeah.
I ordered a bunch of print games from Downey because I wanted to see how the print version was. And it might have even been last Black Friday. So I ordered Fast Action Football, and I got the Fast Action Football cards, and I'll dig them out and show you while you guys talk, in a minute.
Yeah.
I actually emailed Downey, look, I got the Fast Action flip cards in, and I got ink all over my hands because they're
We were
inkjet.
talking about that.
Like, seriously, I had black all over my hands. I says, can you send me the PDF so I can print them out myself? And they did. It's like, look, I bought your game, but I don't like the cards. I'd like to print them out myself. And so they sent me the PDFs, and they were nice about it. He even sent me a couple extra seasons for my problems, so Downey was good about it. So anyways, let me just stop sharing that. But yeah, so the color laser, I mean, it just looks so nice. It doesn't come off on your hands. It's a sharper image. It looks so much better. And don't get me wrong, the cartridges for my printer they're big honking things, okay? Yeah. And they're somewhere like 70, 80, 90 bucks. Okay. They are expensive. Okay. Yeah. That thing and I do a lot of printing here. Yes, it lasts. I mean, the biggest thing about color laser printers, they said, first of all, the price of the units are coming down. Okay. Second of all, the money you will save on ink is ridiculous when you go to color laser rather than inkjet, because I had an inkjet printer and it printed fine. Okay. But you get these little cartridges and they're like $30 and they run out like that. And if you don't use it for a few weeks, they dry up and they're useless. And I don't know how many cartridges I've thrown away that were probably full that I could not get to work. And with lasers, they don't do that. Now, if it's sat a year and a half, maybe I would have an issue. But I mean, if I don't print for a few weeks, there's no issue at all.
Because someone was kind enough to send me PDFs of a season, right? Mm-hmm. They were happy with a video I did of I had bought stuff, right?
Okay.
So, too bad Nurse Teresa's not here. I mean, she's here, but she's what? So I go, hey, I'm going to go to UPS. I'm going to print these, right? So I go there, not knowing what the cost is going to be, and I'm like,
oh dear Lord.
Oh yeah, it's a nightmare.
I'm like, how much is it? And it wasn't. But let me just say, I could have bought it cheaper.
Oh yeah. That's what we were talking about. All the seasons that they bought.
I did print them all up because it wasn't ridiculous. It wasn't horrible, but they have to make money. I get that. Yeah. And I didn't have the capability of printing, and I wanted them on nice card stock because I enjoyed the game, right? But Dave, if you remember, if you get a chance, shoot me an email on what exact the model is and what you have, because I was talking because Teresa, we do a lot with her the school, a lot of printing.
Oh, just regular like website printing and stuff. It's so much better. Now let me show you.
Let me answer Gilles' question before it gets lost. As long as you have Windows 10, and I don't think they're going to ever update or make Windows 10 obsolete, you can use Ballstat. I can use it on my computer.
Oh, that'd be cool to meet Pete. I talked to Pete on email. We're trying to get somebody from Replay on the show.
I don't know the basketball game is his.
I'm not sure.
Someone else made it, and then he did the cards.
Pete's like, I've asked him questions on the baseball, and I think also the basketball game. He's the one who replies back.
Yeah.
He does. So I don't know if you can see the difference here. I'll go full screen. I got to maybe check my light. But this is the Downey one, the bigger one. And for some reason, the PDFs are small. This is Fast Action Football, but I'm going to try to get them closer to the camera here.
Get them full screen.
And see if you can see a difference here.
Glare, a lot of glare. Better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man,
a lot of glare.
That's nice. I can see the cards. Those are nice night and day in size.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, look at the clarity. I don't know. Let me kill the light.
I like the smaller ones better.
Kill the light. Yeah. Yeah. Still. Oh, there you go.
You can see it.
The smaller one's a laser one.
It's a laser one. They're nice and clear, and you can see how they're fuzzy. The other one's just kind of fuzzy. Like, and here's like the back of the card, and I mean that's
oh my god, that's thin.
Yeah, it's really thin. My LaserJet print, and this isn't even a thicker one.
How you doing, Chris?
Hi, Chris.
But you can see how it's the laser is just a little sharper. The colors are richer. Like, look at the 59 and how faded that is, and then the 31 up here.
That's the beauty of like Glory Days Boxing. Their cards are magnificent if you buy them from the
So whatever reason the PDFs come in small, maybe now that I'm better at some things, I could go in there and print them out bigger ones. But this stuff here, it just they're paper thin, and my these ones are thicker. I could probably even print them on thicker now, a thicker card now that I have the capabilities. And so I was like, yeah, it's like, cheap as creepers. I'd rather print out my own stuff now. Obviously, the Strat's a classic, and if you printed Strat, you couldn't get top dollar for it. But with Payoff Pitch, I like the seasons I got. I did them up. I'm not planning on selling these by any means.
This is a Glory Days boxing card.
Right, hang on a second. Let me make you big.
Oh, I could hear it.
It's a Glory Days boxing card. I buy the. I like to get the cards. They're so to me really, and you can get that. He works with. Our good friend Anthony works with the Payoff Joe from Payoff Pitch. That's where you get Glory Days boxing, but and Payoff Pitch are the best. Anthony does his own printing.
The gloss on those cards. I remember watching one of ID's openings, and he opened up the cards, and the gloss on the printed cards was amazing.
For Payoff Pitch, you mean?
For Payoff Pitch, yeah.
Cards. I have a couple of PDF seasons, and like I said, you know what it is. I do enjoy Strat baseball, and I like Pine Tar, and I've bought other games. You know how many games we've all bought, right? We've all bought this stuff.
Yep.
There's some games I play more, some games I play less. I'm like, when am I going to play this? There's nothing wrong. Let me put it this way again. Play the games you like, and don't let anyone discourage you from playing the games you like. Because if you're getting enjoyment from it, that's all that matters.
Yep. Giles Ringo is a legend. Replay Ringo 63 is an absolute legend. How you doing, Chris? We'll forget the Ohio crap. Paul, how are you? Good to have you along. Are you guys testing out the baseball game yet?
For
PC.
Are we testing the what?
I'm talking to Paul, Turbocharged Sports. Trying to get a sense of when the new
Turbocharged Sport. I'm sorry, I got you now.
Yeah.
What do you think you're going to add with that? What do you want them to add with that?
I think basketball's the one that got the most attention this year, so I'd expect things would be kind of like my third week of games in January going, oh, wow, that's new. But again,
beautiful.
Yes.
The animation. I've had a couple of people say that they're not fond of the action PC games in my comments. I think they play pretty well.
I do too.
I think they play pretty well. I mean, again, if that's not their cup of tea, that's fine. Because I like Out of the Ballpark, and there are people who don't like Out of the Ball, and that's fine.
Yeah.
That's cool. But I what I'd like to see with action PC with the football, give me the ability to put little football helmets down there. You know, like how you can add pictures and stuff. Just let me get a football helmet for the stuff moving. If I wanted to try it, that'd be kind of cool to look at.
And Tabletop, I've been all over his channel lately with the Payoff Pitch stuff and the replay baseball stuff, because he does such a good job spelling it out. And so it's just, if I have an issue, I go and I just watch him play a game, and something comes up in the game that kind of says, okay, yeah, I get that.
I'll tell you another thing. Ron has said this, and you've said it regarding sports sims, how it's the golden age of sport. There are so many games out there. Kurt Berglund introduced me to 2 new games for baseball. I've never even heard of those games, and I wish I could remember. One is on a Facebook group page.
Season Ticket.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know whose game that is?
No.
That's Clay Dreslow's from Baseball Mogul.
Yes. He does Mogul, Baseball Mogul, and
Football Mogul.
And Football Mogul. He's actually a nice guy too. He'll reply back to you. He's a nice guy.
I haven't tried the Season Ticket. He's got a bunch of seasons after that.
They're for free. I looked at it. I don't know when I'll get to it, but with Baseball Mogul, here's the one thing I would recommend if he's
ice cream prices.
But he's changed that. You can actually put that on automatic now, I believe. Give us the ability when you have. He has this really cool feature where they make all-star historical art, not all-star, but the best.
God, Al.
Oh my! Who's that? It's Zorro, or is that are you an adult dancer?
I'm whatever you want me to be.
Just
go to my PayPal.
Yeah. You want me to be this? I'll be that.
What game are you playing?
What
Because I
game
want to play.
Hide
You
the-
roll Snake Eyes for me.
No, I'm not.
Dave, I have to ask you, where did you get that?
Mm,
Are you Dave still? Or are you the
it was
mask?
it was the birthday present for the wife.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. It's still before 9.
I when I cleaned out my house this summer, I found like all these old costumes and stuff I was using when I did the Radcast show. We did videos and we dressed up and did skits, and this was one of them. And I don't know what skit this was from, but I kept it.
I like
It is El Matador, the male pattern baldness fairy.
But yeah, with
Razor Ramon.
Razor Ramon. Yeah. The with Sports Mogul Baseball, they had a real like the all-time teams. I thought that was really fun concept, but then the teams were trading. I wish you just give the ability to shut stuff like that off because I don't want Joe DiMaggio on a different team.
Astros?
I'm sorry?
You don't want Kari Yastrzemski and the Astros?
No. Well, I control the Red Sox. He ain't going nowhere. So. But, yeah, but he does. That's another.
Triple play.
So he's developing a card and dice game, I guess. Then.
Yes, Clay is doing a card and dice game season ticket baseball, and Kurt showed it off on his channel.
Yeah, Kurt Berglund.
Hey, Pesky Pole. What's
Pesky
going on?
Pole. You
How you
know
doing,
who's
Mike?
my sponsor? He's supposed to stop me from buying stuff. He's horrible.
Oh, he was
I
he was texting me like all Black Friday and all the Saturday after. He's just and every time he would text, he'd get a new season, or I'd get a new season, or he'd get a new game, or I get a new game. I think he was doing a game winning drive. I think he's another one that did game winning drive.
Have you tried Gridiron Wars yet? I know you bought it, Dave.
No, I haven't pulled that out. I've been so busy with my payoff pitch, making my cards, and playing my games and playing my basketball. Yeah, no, I've really been rotating through the PC replay stuff and the payoff pitch. So I really haven't played that.
Like you can see, Pesky Pole, he doesn't favor. He likes the golf.
Just pay us the commission, 10%. That's all we ask.
He likes the golf for action PC, but he doesn't like. It's again, everyone's different. Play the games you like. That's what I say. I like the action PC games.
I think the action PC games are very streamable. There's enough action animation there, so you're not.
I'm going to tell you something though. People like that. They like the PC replay basketball. They can follow along. My friend,
geez,
That was fun. That was so much fun.
my friend,
There was a guy that I didn't know, because when I was looking at these games, because like, how do I play this game? And there was a few people that played it, and they would play it really quick. And I was like, I can't follow this. What's going on? Blah 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 blah. And then there was one guy I was watching play, and I don't know, like I said, somebody I don't know, the smaller channel, and he goes, "All right, I'm going to start the second quarter, but I'm going to slow it down, and I'm going to show you what's going on." And he would go, "Here's the first cut. Okay, so this who gets the ball and why." Okay, and then now we're going to roll his dice. Now here's where it comes up. And column 1 is this, column 2 is this, and he explained it. I was like, okay. And then he's like, okay, now this, okay, I roll. It's a blank. This empty box. It's an automatic miss shot every time. Okay, now I know what that is, And now I got a 2 here. That's good basket every single time. Okay, and now I get this coming up, and you got to roll the blue dice, and now it's blocked if it's 1, 2, or 3, but it's good if it's 4, 5, or 6. Okay, I'm following that, and he walked you through like not everything in the game, but enough to say like I get it, and I'm so glad he did, because I wouldn't have got the game if this one guy didn't slow down the game. Because like I say, you can rip through that. Flip the card, roll the dice, flip the card, roll, and that's great if you're just by yourself. But if you want to show it off, blah, 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 so somebody slowed it down. I was like,
Turbocharge says, and we've talked about this.
Where is it here? There I go.
Right there. PC replay baseball and hoops are great. Wish they had football and hockey. Absolutely. And to me, it's
Hockey
a
would be
wonderful
great.
compliment to my action PC games and out of the ballpark, because when I got the itch to roll dice, I can do it. When I want to see a little more animation, I can do action PC or out of the ballpark.
Yeah.
Or Strat. Strat also gives me my itch.
Yeah. And Pesky Pole's right. 2nd and 10 is kind of PC replay football, kind of.
The guy that designed that,
the interface is the same, but
the interface is the same.
you don't roll the dice and stuff the same way.
You have to roll a lot of dice. Ron,
Oh my God. Wayne Ponywas is the one that designed 1st and 10. and I played that. Talk about dice roll.
Great game, action PC football.
And then they came up with a Second and 10 is 20 years old. I think I got the first edition of that back in 1999.
Here's a recommendation because Gillis said he got the great teams too. There's no great teams one. There's only a great team.
I noticed that
because I wanted both. Right, that is fun. I like great baseball. They got tons of great. I bought every great team set they had.
What was this for?
The PC replay games.
Okay.
Basketball has one great team set. It's volume 2. There's no volume 1. There was a volume 1 if you went card and dice, I guess. But it's a lot of fun because I know all those names, and and again, Dave's a pusher. I thought Uncle Ron was the pusher. He's graduated to pushing now because I'm watching his stream. I'm like, I'm not ordering anything else.
Was this the basketball season?
Yes. And then
I love this story.
This is true.
All right, hang on. Okay, tell the story.
Okay. So Dave's doing replay, PC replay basketball roll, and you can how you can roll the dice and explain it. It is a very long story. Have you not seen my streams? This is me, folks. I don't change. I can turn a horse race into 30 minutes.
You made those poor horses run 3 miles.
It takes you an hour and a half.
I paid a lot of money for that game. They better run 3 miles. Game.
That was funny. Yeah, that was funny. 3-mile horse race.
I have another one. I have my next horse race is going to be the Dave Gardner Classic. So anyway, no, you're playing an ABA, and I'm like, he's like, I wonder if the red white. No, you weren't playing. You were playing another.
I was playing 70-71. I was playing the Braves.
And I'm enjoying it. I'm actually playing. I have you on one screen. I'm playing the game. I'm playing PC replay basketball, but I'm rolling my dice. I'm enjoying it. I'm reading the chat, chatting away. He goes, I wonder if the ABA has a red, white, and blue ball. So I literally stop everything I do and I'm glued. I'm waiting. As soon as that red, white, and blue ball comes up, and I waited for it to come up a couple of times to make sure it just wasn't a one and done thing, right? Because I was like already doing this.
Where's my credit card?
And I went, I just bought both. I think they had 2 ABA seasons. I've played. And
wasn't that the coolest thing? Because we all did this live together. It's like, okay, I'm going to put the ABA season in. I'm just going to pick a game and start playing. And we did the jump ball, and the ball went to one team, and son of a gun, it was red, white, and blue. And everybody in the chat was like, everybody in the chat bought it.
Uncle Ron, I waited. I wanted to come up at least 2 to 3 more times. I said, I don't want this one and done deal. I don't want to be a 3-pump chump here. Okay. Yeah. Is it after 9? Oh shit. Sorry.
No.
It's close enough. It's 9 somewhere.
But no. And then he doesn't help me, Pesky Pole. He's supposed to be my sponsor.
Yeah.
He didn't stop me. No one stops me from buying stuff.
Let me tell you, Pesky Pole, I'm the same way as, I like my video games, and then I get into action PC stuff. And then, like I say, I was like, rolling the dice and playing the cards. It took a bit to get me into it because I wasn't used to it. But now I enjoy having the cards and rolling the dice and seeing what's on the cards and seeing the names on the cards. Yeah. And now to combine that with the computer, so now I can play my cards and dice. I don't feel like I'm alone on an island anymore. I can input at least the baseball game now.
Uncle Ron, you've explained it. Sometimes you get the itch. You want to use more of your I use my imagination. Absolutely. But, when I'm playing Strat or Pine Tar, or if you're playing Payoff Pitch or Inside Pitch or whatever, Hockey Blast, Soccer Blast, History Maker, Golf, Base, whatever. Some people like one thing. Some people like the other thing. I like to have a little bit of everything. So I like to play sometimes the PC game. Action. Out of the ballpark. But then sometimes I sit there, I want to roll dice.
Yeah.
I have to admit, something about just sitting there rolling. Teresa was funny. She goes, my God. Like when I'm sitting here, I play offline, I write out the lineups and I put the little stats just for my own, like just little things, my little note. And she goes, you take a long time before you play. This is relaxing to me. I like it.
You got to set the mood. You got to put the little baseball helmets down and get the cards just right. And sometimes I break out. I had an old football game. Somebody gave me like a Buzz tabletop football game, and I kept the stands. and I put the stands behind me. So I have, and sometimes you'll see
That was
pictures of me.
awesome.
Yeah.
That was
It's,
awesome.
I do. Sometimes I set the mood, and there I am with 2 glasses of wine just for myself. The wife's like, "What are you doing in there?" I'm like, "Shh, setting the mood.
I'm
Setting the mood." You know?
Are you watching dirty movies? No, I'm playing cards.
Well, you should be.
Exactly, right?
You'd be finished faster if you were.
The question to the chat: how do you guys? And it's been asked before, but since we have a lot of people here, let's ask it again. How do you guys set your? Because there's a lot of great stuff in Digital Dice. People send, "This is my setup," and I'm like, "Oh,
Oh, it's wonderful! It's wonderful to see.
I love looking at that stuff." But how do you guys get ready to play card and dice or the piece, whatever? How do you set it?
How you doing, Herb?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
How you? No, I've got so many Excel spreadsheets because that's how I do card and dice.
Yeah.
The
My wife calls my gaming your little nerdy world. You know what? There are worse things you can do. Tim Pepper, if you ever want the invent 3-point shot
at Red, White, Blue Basketball WHA, yeah, you mentioned him before.
Cool, Tim.
Yeah, that might be interesting.
If you are a card or a sports gaming company, is that the way we say that? Sports gaming company. You should go on Digital to Dice and talk to these 2 fine gents above me.
What?
Uncle Dave.
No,
we just talked about the community, so anybody, we love having people on to talk about stuff in the community, in the gaming community. We like that, And it's not about us. It's not about us. I mean, we talk about what we're playing and the fun we have, but our fun of gaming is that's what we talk about.
Here's the thing: when you're playing a game and something, whether you stream it or not, or you share it or not on a Facebook group page or Delphi forums, it's fun when something you're enjoying it and it's a walk-off homer, or it's almost a no-hitter, or it's a go. I think Dave had a goal on the last shot with. I think it was you, Uncle Dave.
Dave just had the walk-off homer by Freddie Lynn.
Freddie Lynn, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. Yep.
But I mean, whatever it is, whatever game you play, tennis, cricket, who cares? If you're enjoying it, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I want Shavini to make a cricket game, okay?
He doesn't have a cricket game?
He does not have a cricket game.
You know, there's a cricket game on Steam. I almost bought it, but
I actually own the someone mentioned Terry Goodkind. It's Oswald or Lamborn Games, which is the UK version of our companies. And I've
seen those games.
I did buy the cricket game, but all the cards were PDFs because I can't imagine how much it would cost to send that stuff from England to here. Yeah. And I just needed a helper to play it, and I lost it on an old computer. But yeah.
Todd B goes, I have post-game interviews in my head. Here's the thing. Does everyone do this? I know Uncle Ron and Uncle Dave do it. I'm positive, and I do it. Even if you're not streaming, I call the game in my head.
Oh, sure.
I talk to myself constantly.
Oh, I'm always, yeah. What is PC streaming or just from the tabletop?
I usually do it in my head, but I'll tell you what, because I've probably done more virtual cards and dice in the last year than I've did in the last 10 previous. I'm doing right now the 2019 F1 season using Shavini's Daring Racers. And it's very hard to get auto racing right because it's lap after lap after lap. Yep. But there's only 20 racers in a Formula One race. And so I've done the first 3 races. And even though I've known who's going to win, Lewis Hamilton wins pretty much everything. They've been exciting because you do get the passing. You can see when you roll the dice and where they are there, you could just kind of picture where it would be. They'd be on the track. And it's just been so much fun to do.
Yeah, you're in your own mind there. Hey, I want to get back to the Replay Baseball for 1 second. Somebody that listens to the show, probably does both in the Facebook group, said that they contacted Replay Baseball. I don't know if they bought it or bought a season, so they must have had some kind of connection purchase. And he said that he said he was watching me stream his game.
It was
the Bucky Dent game
in the chat.
Yeah, I streamed the Bucky Dent game, and somebody said that I told the guy at Replay Sports that you would me
Bucky
had
Dent
streamed the
homered.
Bucky Dent game, and Bucky Dent homed in the Bucky Dent game. The guy thought that was pretty darn cool.
That's
you
cool.
know? Yeah. So the guy that's I don't know if he made the game or so, whatever his role in with Replay there, he was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Eric from Higher Ground Gaming is in the chat. How you doing?
Oh,
Eric?
love Eric.
Eric's another wonderful channel. Please, if you have not subscribed to Higher Ground Gaming, please
That's
do.
another road trip next spring. Road trip.
That's another. He's in the area, you know.
Yeah, we're gonna have a
Are
meetup.
you gonna come down and see me?
Yep. I'm thinking about it. Yep.
Then we gotta go see Uncle Ron.
I've been up to see Uncle Ron. Let me tell you,
Dave's been up here.
I've been
I
up
know,
there.
I
And
have.
you can't go into CVS with Uncle Ron because bad things happen
Bad
in that
things happen.
CVS.
I haven't gotten a scar from them in a good 18 months.
But yeah, Eric from Higher Ground Gaming. I love his Yastrzemski replay. It's not. I know they're gonna lose because it's a 61 Red Sox and they stink. It's just the other thing that I love about listening or watching all the people that I follow on YouTube, whether it's Dave or Ron's on Twitch, so check him out on Twitch, please. And then he loads up, or Eric from Higher Ground Gaming, or I Am Sporticus, or King Icky Boo, and there's many more. IDG. I love hearing the names. You know what I mean? Especially if it's an older season. I'm sitting there going, and I can visualize it. And it's just fun to hear the names, you know.
It's always fun when you get something unexpected. Last Canadiens game I did.
You don't want me in the studio weekly. You know, I can't even find another host to help me with Chat with Al anymore. No one wants to do it. I'm trying to convince Kurt Berglund.
Oh, he'd be a blast.
Oh, he's gonna. I'm
He'd
trying to
be a
convince.
blast. You might want to. No, you're going to do that again, aren't you? You might want to warn.
I'd love to have Uncle Dave on. There we go.
All right, I'm ready
All
for
right.
Chat with Al. Let's do Chat with Al.
Let's do it, baby.
Let's go Chat with Al.
The safety word is
You could just call me Ron Jeremy.
Ron. He's overrated.
That's all right. He's got his own rum, you know.
Yeah.
Have a good night, Glenn.
See you, Glenn. We lost Glenn on that one. This is what happened to Chats with Al.
I don't want to see your back. Here.
So let me ask you guys another question, and this is kind of redundant for Al, but maybe people in the chat and Ron can answer this one.
Okay.
Do you ever get really aggravated when you're playing a game?
Last
Like
week,
to a point where whether it's it could be anything. It could just be the dice keep rolling off the table, or I was playing payoff pitch and I had the cards in my hand, I dropped them all in my lap and I went on the ground and I had to pick them up and figure out what the batting order was again, you know. So there's that aggravation, or is it, maybe like you're playing a game and just someone is just interception after interception or fumble after fumble. I played the Patriots. I played pro strategy football. I played Patriots Broncos from, I forget what season I did. 78, 79. One of those seasons I did. I think it was 78. And the Patriots had home field advantage in the AFC Championship game playing Denver, and they had 4 turnovers in the first half. And they held them to 4 field goals, and they still lost the game. And I was just like, another interception by Grogan, another fumble by Sam Bam Cunningham, and it's just like,
last Sunday, I had the Jets and the Habs, and Montreal had held Winnipeg to 2 shots over the last 2 periods. Okay, they had them to 1 shot, which Winnipeg scored on in the second period, and then they held them to 1 shot in the third period, and Montreal couldn't score. They were just playing. They went 0 for bleeping 8 on the bleeping power play.
And you sit there. Funny. I did a Penn State What If National Mythical Championship 1973 Penn State and Notre Dame. It's a fun game, long stream. I was talking with the chat.
Yeah.
I was doing my strategy because I was playing as one team. So I'm doing my strategy, the offense and defense. Our good friend, Mr. Utah Mike, Sports Time Machine, did the same this is really cool.
Yeah.
He did the same replay with a different engine, and a lot of similar things happened regarding turnovers. And I sat there, I was at work, and I said, wow. I'm so happy you did. And I like listening anyway, but I'm sitting there going, at the end, I go, wow, is that eerily almost the same exact 2 different engines? And almost the same exact sort of things happened. It was really fun to watch or listen to. That'd be an interesting project for a bunch of people.
Good night, Everett.
A bunch of people to do the same thing, but with different sim engines.
Call it Calico Gaming.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of doing with my PC Replay 79 season. Is I'm going to play a little bit of the different games I got.
You did that too with the 72 Summit series. You did it in the shootout, which is when Canada choked the bit in Game 8 in the third period. Didn't you do that all in Stratomatic as well? Did you do all 8 games in Stratomatic?
I think no, I didn't do 8 games. I think I did 1 game in Hockey
Cleveland
Blast.
Spiders. Did you see that? World Worst Gamer. He's talking about Cleveland Spiders stuff.
Yeah,
they're horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I'm not a baseball guy, and I was playing that for fun, and that was really aggravating. And it's just, I thought I had the stealing base glitch. That made me aggravated because I was playing, and they kept stealing bases. And it's like he steals second, he steals third, and I was just like, "What's going on here?" So I kept stopping the game because I thought it was booked.
Because you thought I had the glitch that I did that one.
I thought you had. So that's what made me aggravated. It's like, oh, then I was trying to stream it too, and then they would lose games in funny ways, and I was okay with that. But I think the streaming glitch was a little bit much. And then it was just something else. There was a couple things that happened, technical things. That's what it was. It was technical glitches. I think the other one was my software was on the way out. I was using Screen Recorder, and it was fantastic for streaming, and I couldn't get it to stream. And to this day, it's dead now. I won't stream to YouTube anymore. But I had all kinds of problems with that, and then I had the glitch there. So that was more technical aggravation than it was the spiders playing bad.
Technical aggravation? How about the first year I did the football replay, and I've got the Steelers and the Cowboys in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl, and the Cowboys go ahead to score, and the stream goes out.
Oh, yeah, it was like second quarter or something, right?
No, it's the fourth quarter. It's like 4 minutes to go. Tony Dorsett scored. I'm looking up. I'm not streaming.
Big Polly's another fun. Sorry, Big Polly's World of Sports Sims, another fun YouTuber.
Yeah.
And he does some interesting. He created NFL teams, which was really cool the way he did it. And he also does Brass Bonanza, which is the Whalers.
Oh yeah, he was playing Franchise Hockey Manager.
Yeah, and he does a quick what's going on. And he does a wrestling. He has a wrestling game that's interesting. I forgot what it is, but I've listened.
Was it Face the Mat? Was it Face the Mat?
I don't think it's that. He has these old school wrestlers, and I can't.
That's right.
I had the fake sponsors. I did.
Uncle Ron Snake Oil or whatever the hell it was.
Oh, Kurt Berglund. If you ever check, he was doing what he had. He found this canned beef. I can't remember what it was, but he would do sponsored by whatever it is, and he would start reading the stuff. If you eat this, your head's hitting that table. And you're a dead, it was really funny. Then he found like canned salmon because it's good for you because it's in a can. It was just, oh God.
What? Wonderful.
It's funny stuff.
I actually went back when I did my Cleveland Spiders, or at least that's something I never finished. But when I started that, I actually went back in and looked for newspaper ads from 1899.
Did you? That's cool.
That's what I did. Yeah. And so I found the Elixir, and I found there was the corsets. There was a corset. And then there was a typewriter, and I was like, when you want to get that letter to that person in days, not weeks, And a lot of that's, there was a train thing. There was the model train company or the train company. There was a train thing in there too. So I found a lot of 1899 ads, and I just kind of put faces to it.
That leads, and you guys talked about this before too. Sometimes you do a project, whether online or offline, and just you move away from it,
Oh, we all did.
It just happens. So Kurt is funny. Kurt, oh God, I wish I could. I laugh he would bring it up like in the middle, like in between innings. Brought to you, Lakeside Beef. That's what it's called, Lakeside Beef. And then he would start reading. There's nothing healthy in this whole. Like you will drop dead if you eat this whole can, right? It's so horrible. He starts reading. It was so funny. Then he goes back to doing his, the baseball. It was just good stuff. I like that stuff. I don't. It's for fun, man, and he does a good job. MP Fox.
Yeah, that's true. There's a long replay burnout, and that's why I'm trying to pace myself with this 79 replay because I'm all excited because I got 79 payoff pitch and 79 PC replay baseball, And, I'm rolling my own dice in one game, and some games I'm just kicking back and playing. Then I'm playing payoff pitch, occasionally enter it. So I'm doing the calico thing, like Ron calls it. But I'm also not going to play every game, and I'm not going to play every day. So I'll look at the lineup, because what I love about PC Replay Baseball,
You click it there.
is you go to the schedule and you can see the pitching matchups,
Yeah.
and you're like, no. Okay. Play all, go to the next day. No. Oh, here's what I'm going to play, and so I skip ahead, and sometimes I'll skip ahead a week, and I'll eventually get the game in without because the PC could just play as many games you want to play. Maybe I'll skip ahead and I'll jump into May or June and then see what the teams are and say, hey, the big series between Pittsburgh and San Francisco, and the loser, is probably out of the playoff chase. And so, yeah.
Question for Uncle Ron.
Yes, sir.
Because when you do a baseball or football, you're not playing as one team.
No,
Now you do
baseball always plays the home team.
Right. But I mean, you're not playing as.
No, I'm not doing a single team replay.
Right. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. Yeah. You play the home team in your replays of the game you choose, the game that you think is
Right.
the game of the week sort of deal.
Right.
The game of the day.
Yeah.
Football, similar.
Both offenses.
Both offenses. Hockey, now you're playing as your beloved
Montreal Canadiens. You
Okay.
don't have to say it, Al. You don't have to say it.
You're playing as that team from the north.
24-time Stanley Cup winners, yes.
And he's got the VH tapes to prove it.
Yes. But my point, you see how I lobbed that up for you, Uncle Dave, to knock out of the ballpark?
I'm sorry, I had to slice the Super 8 film for the Bobby Orr highlights, but go ahead.
That's a low blow, Ron. Yeah. Bobby Orr is a tremendous player and human being.
Would your point being, Al?
Okay.
You were asking about probably about how he chooses what game to play.
No, but now he's playing as one team. Are you enjoying that? Your team?
Very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so. And I have access to newspapers.com.
Yep.
And one of the papers that is featured is the Montreal Gazette. And so I can go through before on any given game day and read what their preview was and that. And so it just helps prepare a little bit. I don't necessarily go through and spit out everything there, but I know who was demoted and who wasn't playing well and the pressure that was on.
That's a good year.
Pat Burns. Yeah, I'm looking forward to 49.
You know what else is a good year? If you like baseball and you like that era of 1950, American League, Red Sox, Yankees, Cleveland. I want to say Detroit's in there too.
I just did for a private project for someone else, and he actually had the Tigers win 100 games and go to the World Series
in 1950 or 49
and 50.
Well, they're good teams. The Red Sox scored over 1,000 runs.
Yeah, but they gave up 978.
But that's not the point. They scored 1,000 runs.
Yeah. You know what's great?
Walt rookie year.
Yeah, Vern Stevens, shortstop for the Red Sox. He came over from the Browns, whatever the hell they were called, St. Louis Browns, I think.
Yes.
He knocked in 150 runs at short. Walt Dropo knocked in 150 runs. Now, Ted Williams didn't play as many games. I don't know.
He got sent to Korea.
That was Korea, right? Because he started his Korean service. Imagine if they had so many good players, Uncle Dave. There was a guy, Billy Goodman, who was so good. They would put him in at any position because he was okay everywhere, but he could hit he was a great average hitter. They had such a lineup, but they had one pitcher, Mel Parnell.
Going back to, choosing the one team.
Yeah.
Baseball and football, you know who I like.
Yeah.
But for me, it's more fun being neutral to do those games and just to present it the way that they were presented to us. I knew if I was going to do a hockey replay or a basketball replay, it would want to be something that I had a vested interest in. And being a fan of the most superior team in National Hockey League history, it just made it more fun for me to do that because they knew they'd be good, and they struggled that first half of that year. I keep reading these things in the Montreal paper about how Pat Burns, who was the coach that year, would he last till Christmas? They were so bad the first in Montreal terms. So they were a 500 club. Would he make it through? And so that makes it so. Yeah, sometimes you want to be able, you sit there and do the Scully and be neutral, and sometimes you just go at the end of that Canadiens game.
This is my favorite player, though.
Rusty Kuntz.
Is that how you say it? Did I say it?
Kuntz.
I was tired. I was cutting cards last night. I was really tired. This guy come up, and I was like, my 13-year-old self just started laughing. Sorry. It
What
just
about
did.
Dick Pohl?
Yeah, there's another one.
Paul,
What was
There's
the other one?
the linebacker for the Patriots in '63, Dick Held.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're laughing now.
Well, I remember in the 80s we were watching football with my dad, and they were showing a replay. It was Patriots Colts or something. He's like, now look at the play here. The lineman beats off his attacker and goes right in on the quarterback. And of course we just lost it.
I don't think he really beat off his attack. Did he? Oh my! Is that right?
And of course one of my dad's friends, the other guy, what is this guy? What's wrong with him?
How much you want to bet that he had a bet that he could say that on TV and not?
Oh, I bet it was.
Yeah, you wouldn't even think about that. Yeah, but getting back to what you asked Ron about, do you enjoy playing one team or playing like random games? I love having the option of doing that, don't you? I love it's like you can just sit and play one. Like I'm playing a couple of those. I'm like, okay, let me take one team like the Bruins or whatever and see how they would do. And play that one team the entire way and really get into that team and learn that team. But other times, I really like playing a season and just jumping around and not only playing the best games. I sometimes will like to take it either the two bad teams or a really good team and a really bad team and watch them just get smashed. And it's just funny. It's like, here's the top team, here's the bottom team. We're going to show this game, and it's not going to be a good game. It's going to be a massacre. But I think that adds a little flavor, I think, to a replay.
Can I just go to the chat real quick?
I'm a Giant fan, by the way.
I was just going to say, pesky Pohl.
Yeah.
There's another one, John.
Oh, hey, John.
Yeah, that one, John. This is interesting because the 1976 Orioles had who? Reggie Jackson for 1 year. So that's that's a fun. And he said they sucked that year, even with Reggie. But that's a fun replay. See, that's something fun if you're a fan of that team. Or because one of the weirdest things is to see Reggie Jackson in an Oriole uniform.
So that 77 Topps card.
Yep. I'll never forget when I saw that. Dick Trickle. That's a good one. A good one. You might have to go see the doctor for that. Just you might have to.
Good night, Jason.
Good night.
Jason, thanks for coming in. We'll talk to you later.
Take care, Jason. But I'll tell you with the PC replay games, I like that you can. I don't normally bounce to different teams, but just because I enjoy the game engine so much, and I look at matchups. With Action PC, when I do a thing, I like to pick a National League team and the Red Sox, right? And then I usually pick the Mets. I'm going to do something in the 50s. So I think I'm going to pick the Pirates with I can't remember. Ralph Kiner. A good year with Ralph. Because they stunk and he was really good.
Oh, he was incredible.
He was a great player. And I love telling the story if you don't know it. I don't know if you guys heard the story, but he walks in thinking he's going to get a pay raise. It's like something out of a Hollywood movie. So he goes, I think Branch Rickey's the GM for the
Oh, he come from Brooklyn at that point, right? Yeah.
So Branch Rickey's the GM in Pittsburgh. This guy led the league in homers, right? He goes in thinking he's going to get a raise. They cut his salary. He goes, what are you doing? I led the league in homers. And Branch Rickey's like, yeah, we were dead last. We could finish last with or without you. He goes, and they cut his salary.
The old Ralph Kiner line. And for all you fathers out there on this Father's Day, happy birthday.
Yeah.
I did a 2006 Red Sox Mets replay on Strat. It's the year that Pedro pitched for the Mets. And I got the Mets into Game 7 of the World Series. They lost to the Blue Jays. I was pretty impressed. The Red Sox did crap.
Ooh, that's what's question, Uncle Ron?
Yep.
You're doing the 86 offline, 86 Red Sox, but
Mets.
you're doing it a very unique way.
As carded, not as played.
Right.
Most of my replays are as played. This one I'm doing as carded. So Seaver's there the whole year.
Right. So that's real. How's that going? Are you enjoying that?
I haven't played it in a while, but I am enjoying it.
Yeah.
Both teams are in first place. I didn't think the Red Sox were going to be that good. They are. But they have no pitching outside of Clemens and Hurst. Oh, my.
What was the other? Oh.
The Mets are scary good.
Yeah. Do you, like when you're doing the question for Uncle Ron or Uncle Dave or anyone in the chat, I'm a big, like if I just want to play one game, I like pitching matchups. So Sandy Koufax, I like stuff with Sandy Koufax because I like strikeouts and things like that. Is there one particular player? We'll keep it to baseball, hockey. I get because you guys are more knowledgeable about hockey. Like to me, I like to see pitching matchups. That draws me to a street. You know, like if someone's just when they do, how can I put it? Okay, Baseball Demos is doing Mark the Bird Fidrich. I like that stuff. I guess that's the way I'm putting it. Do you, when you're looking to do, whether it's online, offline, or a project, if you're not doing a season, what are your, like, I like Sandy Koufax. Do you pick up?
I backed into a lot of games that had pitching matchups because in Action PC, you don't necessarily see what the matchup is. I try to go with top teams playing each other, and they're generally going to have good pitching. And just by luck of the draw, I don't get a lot of 4 and 5 starters pitching against each other. So I don't intentionally pick out games for that. I go by record.
Here's the thing: if you're streaming, you kind of in the way, like if you're doing a season that way, you kind of want to put something that people are going to sit there and go, "Ooh, I want to."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
got to do that, people. I'm just this is just my personal advice. Be like a circus kind of. Come look at the show. Let's watch.
Although, you know, it was neat. That 70-71 NHL strat season I picked up. I got the extra players. I had no idea that I think it was Gilles Meloche played for the Blackhawks. Now, he was a Seals goalie and a North Stars goalie, and PJ would know this, but he is carded with the Chicago Blackhawks for 6 or 8 games. I am definitely going to play a Blackhawks game with Gilles Meloche in the net and see how it goes.
You know what I forgot? Sorry. Okay. Bobby Hall played for the Whalers. I forgot about that until I was fooling around playing with that. I forgot he played for the Whalers.
Gordie Howe, the first year.
Yes. He only played like 10 games, I think. Must have got hurt.
Yeah, that's when they come over from the WHA over to NHL, right?
Probably played 50.
He played how many?
His toupee probably played 50.
Oh, yeah, it's bad.
Hey, I'm gonna go back up here real quick.
Really quick. Because with the Canadiens replay, I can pick and choose matchups. So you get back to that. And so, yes, I certainly picked out Mario Lemieux's game in Montreal.
Yeah.
I realized when I went through and read the Gazette that day, he had 33 points the first 9 games of the year. So CBC, that game is actually on YouTube in full. CBC went all out. That was a coast-to-coast game. And so, yeah, so once in a while, I'll go, you know, you can have the, yes, I want Gretzky on my stream. Yes.
I like when you did that. And we talked a little bit about FHM's Franchise Hockey Manager 7, about how they have the chalkboard now and, you know, what that might bring to the table. And this might be, I think I want to check it out at some point. I did not pre-order it yet.
I'm not going to pre-order it.
I'm going to wait and see how it looks. I'm going to watch some other people stream it, see what it is. Cause the last couple, I just get lost in that game, and it just, I liked it. And I liked Franchise Hockey Manager 2, and I got used to it, but then it just went too GM for me. And yes, Meloche is your avatar, and he was a rookie in Chicago playing the Seals. Yep. And hey, RJL, one of my favorite new channels.
Absolutely.
He does a lot of payoff pitch, and I go into his chat and I ask him a ton of payoff pitch questions, and he answers them all. He answers all my questions because I'm learning the game. I'm like, hey, what about this? What about that? He's like, Dave, this is what you do, and Dave, this is that. And it's like, good. And now I got it, you know.
RJL 518. If you have not subscribed to our good friend Rob, please do so. Fun stuff. He had the journey similar to you, Dave, in a way, where he was doing a lot of Action PC, and he went to Card and Dice. So he has a similar type of journey. I like playing all kinds of, you know, I like playing the computer, I like playing the Card and Dice, and sometimes I like the split, meaning like I look at the computer, roll the dice, or click on it and roll the dice. A lot of fabulous games out there. And if you're a game company, you should be on Digital to Dice with these two fine gents above me, Uncle Ron and Uncle Dave, because I'm telling you, the reach that they have is incredible. The Facebook group is growing and growing.
Yeah,
we did 550 today, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I approved a couple people today from the hockey rink. I was at the hockey rink, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
That's sometimes an adventure, because Anthony over at Glory Days Boxing, I'm a mod on his Facebook group page. Thank you very much. It's a fun thing to do. But you know, when you're trying to, I actually go check out the people who want, because you got to keep out some people sometimes. I didn't realize that at first until I was like,
Oh yeah.
oh yeah. So now
Oh yeah.
you got to watch out. But it's
But
fun.
yeah, 550 we're up to.
Yeah, it's great stuff. So you want to get out there and spread the word, because our community, when they talked about it on Digital to Dice. It was the last stream or the stream before. We see someone play a game, we're like, what is that? Or they post a picture.
Oh yeah, it's so
amazing. How many copies of PC Replay Basketball were sold in the last week?
I sent him an email on you guys. So.
Yeah,
somebody, I don't know if it was the sideline strategy and the payoff pitch, or if it was the replay, but somebody wrote me back.
Thank you, sir.
And they were like, "Hey, I heard, a lot of people said that they found me through your show, so thank you very much. And I hope you enjoy the game." I think it was the payoff pitch guy.
Yeah,
I actually asked if he wants to come on the show. He might come on the show.
Anthony says is a great guy. The sideline strategies, the payoff pitch, and that's where you get Glorious Days boxing.
Sumo wrestling game too.
He does. He has a sumo wrestling game. He has Red Sox and Orioles. He's
playing 85, I think, right now.
Yeah, he has 2 one and gones that he does. Which I kind of like. It's funny because I gotta get back to my 1969 one and done. And sometimes, and I like it, but I'm not feeling it with the teams that are left.
Does that? You get the.
I'm sitting there going, they're good players and stuff. It's just, you buy so many games or card sets. I just played for the first time, and I recorded the video, and I have a project in my head. I'm a Red Sox fan, so Red Sox Yankees always fun to me. It was the first time I played the 78 Red Sox against the 78 Yankees in Strat card and dice, and I've had those. It was a gem collection set. I bought A and B. I'm like, what is wrong with me? I have to play these, and
I do that too. I come downstairs, I get all my cards in bins, right? And I'm like, nope. I need to pull something out and play it today. No more computer stuff today. I bought these cards. I'm playing it, and I'll pull it out, and I'll either play a World Series game or I'll play a hockey game. It's like, no, I'm gonna. And when I do it, I feel so much better because I feel like, okay, this stuff is not just decoration. This is stuff that I'm actually gonna use.
I thought of a real fun thing. I don't know if I'll stream any of it or a lot. I'm gonna take every starter for the Red Sox against every starter for the Yankees and just play it out. Because they're fun. Those names, I think Dave and Ron, when you say things like, it goes back to you, or anyone, when you love sports. In 1978, boy, did I love sports. I still like sports. I still love
78's my big year for me. I don't know why.
When I listen to someone do the names, I never thought I'd do a 78 replay again. I was doing one on Digital Diamond Baseball, but I got so aggravated because I was letting the computer roll the dice. Like same thing like Strat Hockey when I was playing. I remember, I think I put it in when we had Discord. I go, how many times can this computer roll? I should be getting a goal here now and then. The only thing that's not a goal is like an 8. And I think it did it 5 times in a row. I go, you got to be on like the goalie card, who was awful, right? It's like an 8 or something, or an 8 and every time it hit 8.
I had a power play chance, 1-18 on a goal. And I rolled a 19. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And short-handed too. Glenn Wesley, short-handed for the Bruins, going in on, I don't know, Tom Barrasso or somebody. Short-handed goal, 1-18. Yeah, no, it's a 19.
So, Strat, if you're listening, give us the ability to roll our own dice, at least for when the cards pop up for hockey and in basketball. Well, my basketball game doesn't work, so forget about that. But
good. Yeah, just use the PC Replay Basketball.
That's fabulous.
It's way fun.
I highly recommend it.
I remember
for not working.
Game 5 of my ALCS, and it's the Rangers against Guidry, and thinking, okay, what's going to happen here? This will be this. It was nice for the Rangers, but we're going to get the Dodgers and the Yankees in the World Series, and NBC will still be happy again. And Bobby Bonds hits the 3-run homer off of Guidry in the first, and I'm going, I'm going to get stuck with the Rangers and the Dodgers in the World Series. And maybe the Ranger, good story in it. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yep, those.
That series was a 5-game series.
In a way, it was a good story that they made it.
It was a great story that they made it. And
They
I'm,
got it, huh?
you know,
They
I'm
got
all
it,
about the storylines, but going, oh,
Okay, have some water? Yeah, thank you. That's Nurse Teresa. She says hello.
Hello.
hello,
That's not how you do it. It's like
lemon
this.
jello. I love
Sharon.
that name.
Give me another beer, bitch. That's how you do it.
No, I don't do that because
No, she's upstairs
here's what
sleeping.
happened. Here-
She's
Okay,
this
I'll
is
do
an
the
act.
back-
She's
Yeah, you
sleeping.
get the can on the side of your head if that was the case.
Oh, wait. Here it is, right here. Like, yo, time for a beer, right? That's how you do it, right? That's how you do it.
So-
Da-da-da.
This is what would happen. Teresa, God damn it, get me a soda. Then later on tonight, when we're sleeping, yeah, I have woke up. I am a battered sleeper sometimes. I don't know what I did. And she's like, I didn't
Oh,
do
you know what you did. You
Shut
know
up.
what you did.
I know
You
what
know
I did.
what you did.
You're not supposed to help. We played gin.
I'm
Okay?
sleepwalking. I'm sleepwalking.
Exactly. I'm getting pummeled in my sleep. We played gin online. Okay.
Yeah, since that time, you have not won.
Okay.
I said, yeah, I remember. I said, hey, can me and Ron jump in and we can all play strip poker on this?
Yeah,
And you
right.
said no. You said no.
No.
I
Because
had my mask. I had my mask. I was ready.
mask now. So so we're playing gin. Just a quick little funny. And I had a lot of people watching. I was just with chit chat playing gin. Now they're all start rooting for Nurse Teresa. I'm like, you bastards. You bastards. You've all turned on me. Only
She's
MP
cuter than
Fox
you, Al.
made oil. But that was fun. Anyway, but yeah, I get the mystery smack. Anyhow.
So yeah, so we had a good Black Friday. The community was buzzing. The dice line was going nuts. The Facebook was going nuts. And I like the monkey see, monkey do, because that's how you find games. You know, if somebody plays a game, it's like, what is this game? I need to check this out. And then sometimes you like it, and sometimes you don't. Sometimes it's for you, sometimes it's not for you. But at least you go and you check it out. And you're like, man, this is great, you know. And it's been times that that I've played a game and someone else has jumped on, and it's cool because that's what we all do. We all want to play new games.
I have to be honest with you. Besides Strat, which I knew of since I was a kid, I have found most of the games through watching YouTube videos, and now the community that thank you very much you allowed me to belong to with the Facebook group page.
Oh my goodness, the games that
And but yeah, you sit there and you go, what is? And what I like when I'm looking at a game, and I said this to Ron, and no knock against anyone's game. I'm not naming any. If I and Dave said it before, if you get it, if I get it right away, okay. I don't want to think too much. I'm not saying believe me, I'm not stupid. What I'm saying is if I sit the rules, I expect by the second time I go through the rules, I should know this pretty well.
I love when you get the rules and you read them and you're like, I got it. Or at least I got a starting point
Right.
here. And there's other games you're just like, wow, this just went in 100 different directions. So depending where the puck goes or the ball goes, yeah, no, I'm completely lost. I just
want to bring up again, I'm a big fan of Glory Days boxing. Okay. But my point is the cards are beautiful. The majority of stuff, and I'm not saying every game has to be like this. The majority of the stuff come off the cards. You have 1 to 2 charts. The rules are very simple to understand. I got the game. Again, I'm a big boxing fan. I got the game right away. So it's very enjoyable to me. Strat. I enjoy Strat. The company drives me nuts. I love the game.
Yeah.
I understand it. Pine Tar Baseball. A couple of times through, I got it. Payoff Pitch. I've actually did one video. I got it. I understand it. The other thing I like, if anyone's listening, game developers or whatever, give us a demo. I like to know. There's the other beauty of the PC replay game.
Oh my, they sold me on both of those games.
yeah, absolutely.
ASG gives you demos.
Yeah, and just let me play your game a little bit, because
I've been has a 30-day money back guaranteed, by the way. So if you don't like it, you can get your money
Which
back.
one was that, Ron?
Dave Cook, the Action PC line's 30
Yes,
days,
right, and that's again,
which is very generous as far
that's
as
very generous. But I'm saying like Pine Tar, you can go on there if you want to try it out. There's a demo now. You can do that.
Oh, good. Yeah, I was thinking about that one. I'm here with Bears Den. The same thing with Strat non-producing seasons. I was looking for other games, and like I say, it was Inside Pitch, and then I settled on Playoff Pitch, Payoff Pitch. I love it, and they have seasons, and it's inexpensive, and I can print my own cards, and I can make them look good if I want to. That's how I found Payoff Pitch, and I'm loving Payoff Pitch. And when I search for an interface, that's where I found PC Replay Baseball, and I love that too. So yeah, again, thanks to Strat for not producing these seasons, so I could find another game that I really liked. And Play Games are good too, like Bob says. The Play Games has got some good stuff. The Hockey Blast I finally warmed up to, and the golf is great.
Time for you to do that though.
Yeah, it did. It took me a long time to wrap my head around that, but I finally got it. I'm still playing it wrong because every time I play it, I find I'm doing something wrong, but I'm getting there.
That's the thing. Again, I go back to Soccer Blast because and there's a lot of good videos out there. I've never played any of the play.com games. I've watched a lot of people play them. I know Baseball Demos loves History Maker Baseball. I've seen
accurate too. He did the 87 Braves. The ERA was like 100 points. So
Uncle Dave, if you don't know who Uncle Dave is, it's Dave Gardner, and Uncle Ron is Uncle Ron Juckett.
Pointed the right way, wrong way.
Listen, I'm old.
Chill. It's okay.
But Dave loves the golf.
History Maker golf, yeah.
The only thing I'm worried about, because I really want to like this game, right? And why I don't understand why I'm on the fence, because that season is my soft, is my the sweet spot. I mean, the 77. I want to get the
Dave and I talked about. I think I know where you're going with this.
The rules. I've looked, even when I look, because you can look and read. I don't know. I'm just not getting it when I look at it.
To me, the Play.com games seem to be more towards board gamers as opposed to sports simmers. So the words on the cards instead of the stats. So you can be, half a sad sack or whatever it is.
Yeah, maybe that's the issue.
And
Nothing
so
against that. I'm just saying I'm not, because you can go on there and you can look at sample play, which is cool. I like that. I'd hate to get the game and not like it. But
for that kind of money, I can understand that. I can certainly understand it.
Even with their sale, which wasn't that, I thought I was going to pick it up on the sale, but I turned around.
The sale wasn't that great.
No, I turned around and used that money, and I bought more replay stuff.
Yeah, I between birthday and Black Friday and stuff, I spent some money.
You know what stinks? We've talked about this too. Dave Cook has tremendous sales, but I've bought so much stuff.
To the point where
you got it all.
I didn't buy anything this year.
I highly recommend, if you like action PC games or you're on the fence, wait for. And again, he has a tremendous sale that just passed, but I think he's going to have another. It's still kind of up.
Well, the baseball one's the next one coming out. So,
and his stuff is very reasonably priced. John says play is best for. See, I'm not a big fictional person.
Do you do fictional on OTP?
No. Well, yes, in a way, yes, Ron. I do alternate world.
The alternate with the what ifs and stuff.
That's technically no, John. I guess John, I do like. I should now that I think about it, I like the what if stuff. Though I've been doing more with OTP offline mostly, as played lineups, because I'm gonna pick 3 or 4 seasons, because I have Strat baseball, right? I have on the PC. I have history. PC replay now. Action PC and OTP and digital. I want to do the same season, just sim them out, and I want to see something. We always talk about what's the best.
That'd be an interesting project to do, because for the computer stuff, that you could do that within seconds.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I'm not going to play any games. I have to pick something I have. Pesky likes the fictional. Yeah. One of my favorite projects was Ted Williams' Swan Song season, Out of the Ballpark. That was my favorite.
Now, Ron, when I left, you guys were talking about the play games. Ron really has a good way of describing the play games. It's a sports board game.
And
that's a great way to put it, because it's not saying stats don't come into play. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying is how they lay it out. It's almost like you roll the dice, okay, and then you read the book and it's laid out with some like what happens. You know what I mean? It's just like, you check, you check on baseballs. Like, is this guy a slugger, or is this guy, cut hair in the off season? You know what I mean? And it tells you what to do. And that's what the golf does. The
You love
golf.
the golf.
I
enjoy
love the golf.
the
The
golf.
golf is great. You whittle it down, and then you play the last round, and it's like you're watching it on TV. And you have decisions to make for the golfers too, with the chips and whether to go for it. And so you're sitting there and you're right on the edge of going off the chart, and it's like, do I have to make this putt? So you go for it, and but it's like you roll the dice. Like, is this guy a long ball hitter, whatever it is? If yes, go here. If not, go here. Okay, well now is he this? If yes, go here. If not, go here. And you follow it down until you either find what he is on the card or you run out of options and it goes to the default. And so it's not like you're checking stats, but you're checking qualities.
Right.
And it's really a different way to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's the thing I just want to say. I'm not questioning because the accuracy of that, because some people have questioned. I know that Baseball Demos did an Atlanta Braves replay and was very close. And then
87 of all years too.
Yeah.
Which is,
and P Jet just says he's played hockey, reasonable results. When you do a sim, I don't want the same exact thing to happen unless the Red Sox won that year. Then I want the same exact thing. But you're playing. Any sim is a what if.
oh, absolutely.
It's a what even exact lineups, exact people who pitched, exact people who came in to pinch it. I don't do a lot of that, but I'm just saying it's a what if. You don't know.
Yeah, I love that the PJ did a couple of videos on Apple Hockey, and it struck all the chords. It struck with me with Apple Hockey. I had a real hard time with it. Real hard time making it work.
Again, play the games you like, everyone. No game. Listen, if you like a game, it's good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, John, Hockey Blast. I got that 6 or 8 months ago, maybe a year ago now. I did an unboxing video on it.
Yeah, just before the COVID, I think you got it.
Yeah, and I got it and I played it and I had a real hard time with it. And I kept getting like the weird plays and I would put it away. And I talked about this on the show, how it's like, I'm not done with it, but boy, I need to put this away and go play something because I'm getting aggravated with it. And then I would pull it out again and I get a little further and I watch more videos and then I get aggravated. There's something that always tripped me up in that game. And maybe it was because it was such a different way of playing than all the other stuff is, that once I finally, it kind of clicked. And then I played the golf game, and the golf game was like, wow, this clicks. Then when I went back to the hockey,
You loved the golf game instantly.
I loved the hockey game. Made a little more sense after the golf game,
same, right? Sort of. The engines are the same.
History Maker Golf's a lot like History Maker Baseball as far.
But the hockey, it just took a long time for it to sink in, like what was going on in this game.
Get what you went to get, and I was telling Ron, and Ron mentioned it. Not that the game's really expensive. Don't get me wrong; it's not. I get they got to make money. It's just if I really want to like the soccer blast because of the North American Soccer League season that they have, and it would just disappoint. I just wish I could understand. I've looked at the rules and stuff. Like you can look at it. I'm not. It's not flowing in my head. So.
Well, I got Hockey Blast to flow finally. The golf. If you like golf at all, like I got the greatest set or whatever it was, and you're playing and you got the leaders and they tee off last. So you play the last 10 or 12 golfers and you watch like the guys in the bubble there and they're trying to keep it going. And you get down to like the 12th to 13th, 14th hole and you've seen some sweat and somebody has a bad hole. You know what I mean? The leader drops a 7 or something like that. And he falls out. And I had a guy that was hanging in third place. He's down by 2 or 3 shots the entire way. And the top guy choked and the other guy bogeyed. And the guy that was hanging around, I forget who it was, slid right in the first place. And all he needed to do was just kind of par the last 2 holes. And he did. And it was like, wow, this guy just hung around, didn't do anything special. He just held his ground and let the other guys falter. And that was a blast. That tournament was a blast. Dave, Hockey Blast, you would probably not need to know anything about strategies in Hockey Blast, because the cards just you just play out the game. You roll the dice.
That would be easy for him too.
Yeah, that would be probably right up your alley because you're not really deciding on when to shoot or anything like that. You're just following the play to see when you get shots and if they go in and who gets a penalty and that there. This is on my Christmas list.
That's the other one. I love people. Anthony streamed that Red, White, and Blue Racing, and I actually like the fictional stuff he does because there's this like small time racer with a bad car who I root for all the time. He hasn't done it in a little while, but there's other people. Rob Explanation Point does a lot of Red, White, and Blue Racing, and I'm forgetting someone else because I know I've listened to it. But it's that's a fun game.
Yeah, that's on my Christmas list. I'm hoping to get that because that probably looks like a lot like the golf game. So that's coming around. Dave Little.
Thank you, Mr. Mike.
Dave Little, you need to get the new basketball game with the animations and the chalkboard.
You're going to love it.
I love the Friday night streams, but you are going to love the animations. So get that upgrade. It's cheap. It's a ridiculous sale right now. And I think you could just continue your season right in the new one, right?
You can use any version with any season.
And you get the sale. And if you have a prior version, you put upgrade, so you get the $5 off.
$5 off, yeah.
Yep. Oh, and PJet's got I think he's got the Seals car in Rob's YouTube racing. He's got the Seals car. So yeah.
I like that one. Again, play the games you want. I'm just, oh yeah, Pesky Pole's gonna go play some 50. What?
Phantom in the house.
You're not gonna open that up. It's a great game. But Glory Days Boxing is one of the easiest games to understand. Again, if you're not a boxing Steelers fan, 1933, bought that game, hadn't been a boxing fan for years, and he plays it again. It flows. You can have any mythical matchup you want with the heavyweights or whatever you want. Bring back the Rat Cast.
Yeah,
Jackson.
I know. That's when I traveled the country doing the roller hockey league. That was fun. I went to California and New York and Florida.
You'll do it again when things get normal. It will get normal.
I hope so. That was fun. It's tougher to travel now, even before the COVID. It was just because I'm busy with my other stuff. But
I liked when you had.
I got on ESPN3. That was fun.
Weekly hockey chats.
Oh yeah, we were doing that with the league. That was kind of fun. Yeah,
that was fun.
Yeah, that was a good time. Didn't go over quite as well as I wanted to with the league, but we had fun doing that at noon.
Yeah, absolutely we did.
But the game and stuff is fun now. The Ratcast was fun. The hockey stuff that was a lot of fun. It's just it's that league changed a little bit. Oh, you made the Cosmonauts. Oh, you would have a Seals cut. Yeah, that's too funny.
What are you guys looking forward to or on your wish list gaming wise? Not necessarily a game, but what would you like? Okay, here's the one that I always say. I want replays in action PC hockey.
Yes. Yeah.
Santa Claus. I want, when you do the next one, I want replays. Nothing better than watching a redirect. I know that sounds silly, but the only way I can watch a redirect is if I've streamed it on YouTube and go back.
But how hard would it be just to capture like that 3 seconds animation of a shot?
And it's such.
Maybe it is. I'm not a programmer, but just say the score, and like Ron had a goal with 1 second left. Unbelievable, Bob Gainey scores on Dennis Herron, and the Canadians are up by 1 with 1 second left, and here's that shot again, and just show the replay of the shot because that's the money shot for hockey. The goal, it's like
absolutely.
Just come on,
So I'd like that. I'd like I
want a hockey game like replay basketball.
I was just going to say that.
And I can roll dice in the game. I can roll my own dice in the game, or I can enter stats from Strat or Hockey Blast or something else.
Just the way they set up the anticipation of things, because basketball is such a fast-paced sport. And to sit there and go, okay, you got to go to the blue dice. Are going to be blockers? Are going to be shot? Or am I going to get...
I like that.
And you can tell as you play the game, the more you play the game, this guy's not a good defender. You just look at the number.
Yeah.
If there's a stealer pass or whatever, and wow, this guy, he's a 1. So the roll is definitely going to be higher. It's going to be a pass. Or if it's a block, his guy's a 3, so he's in between.
Good luck scoring on Wilt Chamberlain.
You're not going to. Listen, for all you people who complained, I kept feeding Wilt Chamberlain the ball in my action PC. It's the Wilt Chamberlain barnstorming tour. Also, He got 63 in my exhibition game against the Celtics. I played offline, but I posted it on that fabulous Facebook page, Digital Dice, and everything nice. He got 63. 63. And
he was hitting every shot that one night you were streaming. It was just like, what did he get? What did he get? Like 90 that night? Did he get 90?
yeah. Can you tell I'm a Wilt Chamberlain fan? I mean,
I think if you're the both games I've played for the Warriors so far.
Yeah, it's fun though. It's the names, and the game's different. You guys brought this up. The game
So different.
games
It's
played
so
much
different.
physical back then. It was a lot more physical. It's physical now. Don't get me wrong. I don't know how to put this, but I think because you're talking about the fouls, which is again a very
You would shoot one on every defensive foul.
bonus. Once you got in the bonus, you got the 2.
Yeah.
It was 1 to make, and I love the 2 to make, the 3 to make 2.
3 to make 2 is I like that.
But yeah, it's a fun game. It flows. A hockey game would be great with that because strat hockey's fun, but I don't feel like I'm contributing, maybe because I don't know hockey enough. Where Action PC, even though I don't know hockey enough, and of course I'm playing teams I do kind of know, I can make decisions, and you do in strat also.
I feel like I make more decisions in strat hockey than I do action PC.
Do you?
Yes. I can control, because in strat you have the option that you can penetrate or intimidate.
Yeah, no.
And once in a
Or
while
pass or shoot. Yeah.
right. And once in a while you can penetrate in action PC, but you can't intimidate.
No, you're right. Don't do that. No.
And
You can with
and you don't get pure rebound shots too in action PC. That would be the one thing I would do.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Right now you get a pure rebounds. So you get, especially in the power play and the goalie, hit off a stick and you should be able to have an open net. There should be a scoring chance there. And Strat has that and action PC doesn't.
See, to me, I guess it's because I'm more of a casual hockey fan.
Mhm.
To me, it feels like I'm doing more in action PC.
Action PC has matured quite nicely as a hockey game. Trust me, this is a lot better than it was the first couple of versions. But no, as far as decision making is concerned,
What I like with the strat is the strat PC hockey we're obviously talking about is sometimes even the rebounds too. Or it's like puck goes to any player. And if you're on the power play, you want to get it to the center because he's got nobody on him covering him. So he's got the better chance of penetrating and getting a good shot. So there's little decisions like that. Or sometimes, like I said, the puck goes to who? I ain't going to give it to, Chris Nyland, who's a fighter. He's not getting the puck. I don't even know why he's out there, So it's going to go to somebody else. Or somebody can take an outside shot. And there's been so many times it's like, okay, who gets the outside shot? And I'll set up to like Bork or Glenn Wesley or something like that. And I'll roll a 2 and a 1-9 scores, and they scored from the outside shot where nobody else would have done it on that play. So that's what's kind of fun about the strat. That is, there are some decisions. The PC action PC hockey, you can choose who to pass to and how aggressive you want to get. But the chalkboard sells that for me because I can really, really get into that.
Maybe that's it then. To me, like when I can choose if I want to be aggressive or who I want to pass to, it's a very simple system for me to understand.
It is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's much simpler.
Maybe that's why.
the nice thing about action PC basketball is that you can determine pretty much who takes every shot.
I just go to the open guy because I don't know what else to do.
Right. And that's what you do. That's what you're supposed to do.
And that's the thing. Let's talk about this for 1 second. You just brought up a point here. Okay. And that might be a topic for the show. But we can touch on it here a little bit tonight, right? Okay. Making decisions let's just say action PC basketball.
Yep.
Okay. You bring it up the court, you set it up, maybe you try to take a 3, or this guy's open, or do you pass? So you got some decisions in action PC basketball, right?
Absolutely.
PC replay basketball, aside from fast break and hurry and stall, there's not a lot of decisions to make in that game. You're kind of following along.
But as a coach, I think you're following along anyway. You can change strategies and stuff.
You can do that. But what I'm saying is that you don't make the decisions right there to take the shot in replay basketball.
Because you're flipping the card.
And you see what happens, yeah.
Art says, this. But I have to be honest with you. And the Wilt Chamberlain sold me on buying more seasons. Okay, I already bought. because in that 61-62 season, right? 61-62. Yeah.
61-62, yeah.
He had 50 points. Oscar Robinson, double-double.
Triple-double.
Triple-double, sorry. And there's something else. It was a great season, actually, for basketball. It was a great. There's another thing I'm slipping my mind here. But anyway, Wilt Chamberlain, when I played that game, got the majority of the touches, and he was going to get the majority of touches. So, again, when I'm playing that game, it just flows for me. I enjoy it. It's card and dice.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is that it's different because you're following along with a few decisions, but whereas Action PC,
it's like
you got a ton of decisions to make. So it's two different kinds of fun. Like I enjoy both. I like playing the decision making, but I also like just kind of following along with the open engine.
Yeah.
And seeing it's a 1-5 on the roll. What is 1-5? Oh, it's this. And that's enjoyable to follow along.
There's a couple of fringe I don't know how to call them, but basketball games I bought on Steam that if they just tweak that stuff a bit, they'd be fun to play too. There's one European Basketball Manager. I'm a sucker to buy it every year when it goes on sale. I play a bit, and then there's a couple of things that just drive me nuts. But the animation's really fun. But I enjoy this replay. I thank you, Todd B. again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, Strat, for not fixing my game problem.
Yeah, exactly. The Strat basketball, I got it because I like the animations and I was trying to learn how to play Strat because I got a few seasons of Strat basketball on the tabletop.
I have the old, but
there's no decisions to make in that. You go minutes at a time with just watching, and that doesn't happen in hockey.
I wish it would work, but in a weird way, I wouldn't have got replay because I wouldn't have got replay by basketball.
Yeah.
I really enjoy that game. With the Action PC basketball, yes, you can just feed whoever you want to feed the ball, but you have to understand those guys were really whatever. I'll use Wilt Chamberlain. He was a really fabulous player. He's going to score in that time period. That's who you would get the ball to.
Mike from the truck.
Mike from the truck. Pro Strategy Football.
We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah. He just added the 1963. You know what game I'm playing, right?
Yeah.
The AFL Championship game.
Yeah. I think he added at 1990 too.
Well, he just did the. I'm not going to ruin it. Go check it out if you want. He did the AFL 1963 Patriots against the Chargers. It was fun stuff. That's a fun game. I like that. The AIs I think the last update, the AI decisions towards the end of a game they got to still work on that, Mike. And he knows that too. And again, he's a modder. He doesn't own the game. The AI with Pro Strategy Football 2021 at the end. 1963 NFL.
That's a great season, by the way.
Giants, Y.A. Tittle last shot at winning the championship.
Isn't that the year that Jim Brown averaged like 7 yards a touch?
Oh, Jim Brown's another incredible.
Yeah.
Just incredible. I love playing Jim Brown games. It's incredible. But I don't know. I guess with back to Action PC basket, I like, again, they're different itches. And when I get the itch to roll I love the replay. I'm sold on those games. If they did hockey, I'm buying it. I won't even look. I'll just buy it. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Bears Den. He had 50 points a game, the average. Incredible. Now, the one thing that PC Replay does not do, and it makes sense that Action PC you can do is, because you can change rules, when I do the Wilt Chamberlain Replay, I play against more modern teams, obviously, right?
Yep.
The barnstorming. You can't do that in replay because they have the 3-point teams and the non-3-point teams. And there's no way. I'm going to send an email to see if there's a way if you set up a league and you throw them in. I bet you can do it that way. If you know what? You can't because I think I tried. Those teams don't even come up. But
yeah.
It makes sense, though, because the other teams, it's unfair to me. I've played it with the 3-point against teams that never shot 3-pointers, and you can tell them not to shoot 3-pointers, but somehow they always still want to shoot a free kick, and you're like, you're not going to score. Stop.
Let's see. Roll 2 to 12. Miss. Okay. Rebound this.
My action. D. Scott Howard says my action PC basketball animation went bad, and Dave has been no help at all. I like the game, but it's been wow. I would email him again. That's not good. We don't like to hear that.
Because he was getting a lot of what would look like backcourt violations and stuff.
Check to see if there's updates. They've had a lot of but football had a lot of updates in the past month. The football game. I remember I emailed you guys saying, "Hey, there's an update." Then Ron, you told me there's another.
The next day there was another update. Yeah,
like, I know. I emailed you, and you were like, "No, this is another one."
The one thing I've not had yet in replay is a shot clock violation.
I have.
Have you?
Knicks, Houston, the Knicks teams that were tenacious on defense, the teams that really didn't score a lot, but were just the game where Patrick Ewing gets thrown out, or I would have beat Houston.
Right. Pat Riley's teams, yes.
Yeah, those were tough. I've had a couple of shot clock violations there. It seems I thought it was 3 passes, but it's not necessarily that. At first, I thought if you pass for a 4th time, it depends. But yeah, I've had a few.
So I started playing 2nd and 10, and the thing that drives me nuts about that game is the usage penalties, because it seems like that. That's the one thing I don't like is that if a guy catches the ball once, he averages 1 catch a game. You give him the catch, and he's pretty much junk for the rest of the game. So it's like, why?
You can still use them as long as they don't go negative. I've learned to use those guys. Here's what I do with you mentioned this, Dave, though. It's kind of fun figuring out.
It is. It's like, okay, I got to go to somebody else. But it does suck that it's like, well, this guy, and this guy, he can't run anymore. He can't catch anymore. He can't kick anymore. This little pig went to market. It's just like, I got to go to Jerry Rice over and over and over and over and over again. That's not fun.
Here's my strategy for replay. 2nd and 10. I figure out when I'm doing the Redskins season, but it comes into play, I'm telling you, because they have a fullback named Haraway. He fumbled twice. I should have been running the ball a couple of times on short down situations. I couldn't run Larry Brown anymore because I ran the snot out of him and they were keying him, right? But he'd fumbled 3 times. I was like, how many? And the guy fumbles. You look it up. He's a fumbler. His rating is to fumble. I'm like, on 4th and 1 a couple of times, I had no confidence giving him the ball, and I'm throwing short passes, which I would never do. But it makes you, because
it is fun working around that. Yeah. It is, but sometimes it's like, man, this guy, he catches 1 pass a game, and now he can't go back to him. It's like, come on.
You can't. Like I said, there's times I've gone back to guys who went from an A rating, they've caught their 2 passes, and they dropped or whatever, and you kind of sit there. And there are times I say, I still want this guy in the field because the computer's going to sit there. He might go to him.
Yeah.
And I might go to a D-rated. And they'll catch the ball. If they're wide open, they'll catch the ball.
I do like the whip around red zone feature with the simulcast of football. Because I was playing it the other day, and I started with whatever game, New England, Cleveland, 1980. And then I would play a little bit, and I go to the simulcast. What's a better game? And I would jump in, and I would play that one. And then when I got tired of that one, I'd play another one. It was just like, it was like a smorgasbord, It really was. And Keith joined us here. Hi, Keith.
Yeah, Keith. Mike, try the demo for PC replay basketball.
Yeah. You talk about to Mike in the truck? Yeah. Try it. They have a demo. It's wonderful. Okay.
Yep. Oh, good.
I like Pro Strategy Football.
It is a good game.
It's a good game. They have sometimes the AI does some funny things. That's all I'll say. But the results, and I will debate anybody. I've played enough games. We've recorded enough games. You cannot debate the results not being realistic. That's all I'll say at that. And it's a fun game, reasonably priced. Ron, do you enjoy? So when you play 2nd and 10, you just take off that? You say no?
No, I take off the mandatory arrest because to me that doesn't seem realistic because you're not using the players on every play anyway. Just because of the way it carries and catches work, you have to use everybody in order to get the math right. How you doing, Bobby? But But that's the one thing that frustrates me about 2nd and 10 is the point that Dave brought up, is that sometimes you got to go negative with there. And I come to the philosophy, A, you don't want to overuse players, but B, cards and dice don't get tired. And that's just so my background with cards and dice is that I understand there needs to be some sort of penalty for that, but one catch a game.
I didn't like that at first until, to me, it became a game within the game.
Yeah, there is some strategy with that. Yeah,
I really didn't like that.
but it's almost like it's almost like I said, I haven't played enough to really judge it yet. But I was like, I can't throw to this guy. Can't throw to this guy.
I like that. That's a fun game. Here's the thing I wish they would do, and I emailed them, and they were nice enough. I asked, do you ever think about putting a little animation in the game? I would rebuy the whatever, and they said no. People don't really ask.
The game desperately needs a refresh. He hasn't done a version of that in probably 5 or 6 years.
I'd like to see. Here's the good thing about 2nd and 10, and then 1. You can play a demo for 3 days or 5 days. I can't remember. So you get a feel for the game. Initially, I wasn't going to buy that game a couple of years back. Well, that's nice. Then I sat down and I was playing action PC football. I'm like, okay, enjoying that. And I was playing Strat and I was enjoying that. I was like, you know what? I kind of like the other way too.
I do too.
The value of that game. The value of that.
Ron just mentioned, and he'll explain it more because the value of the game's awesome. And then 3. The same thing with Replay Baseball and basketball. You click on a button. Everything downloads for you, like your graphics and all that stuff. So much fun. So, 2nd and 10 mod site is shutting down per the... Oh, wow.
They haven't updated those in a while, so...
I don't need them anyway, but that's... all right, so that blows number 3 out of the water. Hello, Arnold. Arnold's from across the pond, I think.
It would be like overusing a relief pitcher, but because it's like 1 catch or 2 carries or whatever, the limits are so low.
You get one catch, and then they'll get another one before you go in the penalty. You can really get like an extra catch, I think. This is Pro Strategy Football. If you've not seen this game, it's absolutely beautiful. And it's a lot of fun. And again, I believe, in my opinion, and I'll ask Ron and Uncle Dave, I believe the results are realistic.
Yes.
Again, like with all games, sometimes the AI at certain points, you sit there and you scratch your head, but that happens in all.
I enjoy this game immensely. I immensely enjoy this game. And it's just, I like I say, I played a whole season replay where I just played a game of the week. And sometimes I just go back in and just play whatever here. And sometimes I play one team, sometimes I play both teams. And it's just, like I say, I usually play on basic because I know you guys like to play the advanced where you really get into the play calling. Myself, you see here, I'm just playing this is the game I did. Just inside run.
Yeah.
That's it. Nothing too crazy. And I'm enjoying that because but I like the option of going advanced if I want to go advanced. But sometimes I just want to say run, pass. I just enjoy the animation.
I learned this from you guys too, though. I did the 70, and I'll have the Super Bowl up soon. The 72 season, I played the Patriots. I put one game of the Patriots up on the channel. Then I played another game. I said, you know what? And I learned it from when we were doing some stuff with Mike in the truck. I'm just going to sim it and call it, and it's a lot of fun.
I didn't see any game-breaking bugs.
There's no game-breaking bugs. They've updated that game every time an issue's come up. But again, if it's not for you, I get it. But it's a really fun game, reasonably priced. $20. $20. 1998, 1999. Every season free. And
the mods, you can download the mods. They go right in, piece of cake.
Oh, absolutely. I did a video. I did a video because people asked me to, and I went, again, the video is a half hour because I rinse and repeat over and over again so everyone gets it. You put those mods in within 2 minutes, and I don't even less than that.
You just got to put them in the right folder. That's all it is. There's 3 folders, and you put what the logos, the seasons, and players or
very
something.
easy.
And as long as you know where the folder. I had a hard time finding the folder. Once
Really
I found
cool.
the folder, now I know what's going
You
on.
can make teams. I made 3 college teams. That's kind of fun to do. It's a fun game. I enjoy it. I think it's a way to get people into sports sims gaming that might not play sports sim gaming.
Yeah, I fully agree with that.
We've talked about this before. I think Carrie, the developer of the game, is wonderful. I think the mods.
One of our better interviews that we did.
Carrie was on Digital to
Yeah, we had him on.
Yeah.
He's wonderful. Carrie Bates, I believe.
Yep.
Mike, a Super Bowl tournament. Mike in the truck, as we call him.
A CFL mod would be cool. Play some fluty seasons. That would be kind of cool.
I made the 84 Eagles, Boston College Eagles. The mods are incredible. You make one team and see how it's fun to do, but it's a little time consuming.
Oh, I imagine it would
I
be.
used all kinds of resources that I had, whether it was a game, whether you go. Some of the older teams, though, you can't find defensive college stats for a lot. And I thought you could. You just can't.
No.
I'm talking from the 70s. You can't. So I used games I had to try to offense. You can find offensive stats. You cannot find defensive stats. And at least where I was looking, but they're fun to make. It's just, you were talking about, it cuts into playing though, God bless people who make seasons in Action PC or Pro Strategy Football. I've never even attempted Action PC. I thought I was going to, and I was like, this is 2nd and 10 for people who don't know.
Yeah.
This is Al Stream.
Is this? Am I playing?
Dolphins?
Oh, I didn't win. I never beat that. I've only beaten this team once. Once.
This is kind of weird. I couldn't figure this out at first, and Ron was the one that told me. He's like,
I don't explain games. I play them. Ron does a good job explaining. I try to tell you the strategy I'm thinking if I'm asked, but that's not necessarily.
No, you don't want to listen to Al's strategy. That's for sure.
I don't know. If you saw me play defense in that game I did for the half of that, oh my goodness.
Defense, here's my strategy. Card and dice. You got to remember card and dice, right? Because sometimes they overthink things. Or the better the defense you have, you can play a more basic kind of defense. Play run if you think they're going to run. Don't key anyone. But sometimes you know who to key if you're playing the run. If they have an A runner and a D runner, odds are they're giving the ball to the A runner. So, and teams would know that. Yes. I like that game. I really do. I'm doing my Redskins replay. I've not streamed it.
I did a 78 replay on that before I streamed, and I had Pittsburgh and Atlanta in that Super Bowl. And I did.
Atlanta was starting to get good in 70.
Yeah, they were starting to. Bartkowski had a really good year.
Yeah.
And Dallas didn't. And so I did the red zone type thing, Dave, for that. I would play one game and then start and do it like a doubleheader.
That is fun when you do that.
So here's the trailer for franchise hockey.
Franchise hockey. Okay, the animation, that got me interested. I'm not necessarily saying I'm going to. Oh, God.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Be curious if they made this game a little more easier for beginners. Because the strategy is
that's the killer.
Themselves very well. I
mean, look at this. This
cool.
is smooth. It's very PlayStation 2 looking. It's kind of cool. They get the Summit series now, so I can play 72 Summit series and a few others.
International stuff, yeah.
That would be good.
It's all for one price. I mean, you can't really beat the price point of these games.
It's just a very difficult game.
Did you find? I always found
like the scouting. I don't know anything about the scouting.
I don't want to do that stuff. I want to play the game.
Yeah, it's like, and I know some people love it, but and
make trades on occasion.
In the but they never accept the trade. That's the other thing. You got to play commissioner mode and force the trade. So which I do because it's a sandbox. I just play sandbox, but to try to play this and beat it, yeah.
See they got the text there. So that looks a little bit better.
It's going a little faster too, so it looks like you can have different speeds.
Yeah,
that's a good speed. So,
But as Sean says, it is overwhelming.
This one, see, OTP, I did the things I wanted to do. This, I could never, again, I'm more of a baseball, more knowledge of baseball. This was, changing lines.
ugh.
I'm like, shouldn't I just be able to click or drag or something? And he's like, no, this guy, why can't I dress this guy? He's not hurt. Why can't I dress him?
Yeah. There was a lot of questions. I had so many. It's like I couldn't start a game because I had an issue. And eventually I just go to AI set up the team because I didn't know what the issue was.
I think that turns me, and again, I bought it a couple of times when it was on sale, but that goes back to, did I have fun playing it? The reason why I bought the last one was because you could do the historical matchups, and I'll just sit there and I'll watch the text and call the game in my head. And I was like,
yeah, that's what I did. Still one of my most played games on Steam is Franchise Hockey Manager 2. I mean, that goes back 5 years, or 6 years, whatever it is. That's what I found, like I say, I enjoyed it, but as it went along, I found out I couldn't keep up with the scouting and the salaries. It's not what I want to play. I don't want to be in the office. I want to be on the rink,
what
and
guys, because you're hockey fans, and I'd love to find a hockey game that I would, and I like action PC hockey, and that's probably my favorite.
You might like Blast. You probably would like Blast.
But what are you guys looking, if there was a hockey game? And I know we've already said it'd be cool if it was like PC replay type of game.
Right.
So is that the ultimate thing you're looking for? I've seen hockey with, I think it's called 4th Street something.
4th Street Software.
Yeah, Heidi was showing that off one night.
The only thing, it looks cool.
I couldn't figure that out. Yeah.
Figure out what the dice meant. If you have dice rolls, I want to know why. It's aesthetically pleasing. I downloaded the demo. I just I didn't know the roles. What are they for? I don't.
NHL 94 for the Sega, right? Yeah, here we go.
That was fun.
Yeah, this is 4th Street, right?
Yeah, and it's a nice looking game.
I don't know what decisions you make. Like, and we kept asking him in the streams. Like,
I
couldn't figure out what the hell he was doing with it.
So, if you're watching this, the developer, and I'm sure there's a tutorial out there, and maybe I'm wrong. I could not figure out things like, oh, you pass to this guy or pass to that guy. I clicked on all kinds of stuff. It just didn't work. I like where they went with this. Uncle Dave and Uncle Ron, I love
the zones. I like having the zones here for shots and stuff.
Part, but I could not understand the dice rolls.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense.
Again, the aesthetics of it to me I like it.
I mean, I like how it's set up, but yeah, to me, it just, what the hell are we watching?
I want to know.
Looks like a foosball game, doesn't it?
Yeah, but that I like though. That I like. To me, a lot of potential here with that one. I would love to get something. I want a hockey game.
Hey, Dave, have you tried Big Bip?
No, I haven't. I heard
that's on HG. I've looked at that.
Somebody said Big Bep was a long play game.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, a couple people told me that. I think was PJet playing Big Bep? I don't know if PJet's still here. Someone's doing a Seals replay in Big Bep. I thought it was PJet.
There's only like 4 of you on the planet anymore, so PJet.
Yeah, I wonder if you would like Shootout Hockey, Al.
I've watched you play. I enjoyed when you did that.
Shootout Hockey, the teams are on the cards, so you don't got to worry about switching lines or anything. It's a highlight game, and you roll the dice to see, okay, you roll the dice, either nothing happens, or there's a scoring chance for either team or a penalty for either team. And the game, there's less than 20 rolls a period usually, and you just follow along and take the shots, and you get different zones for the shots, and the fast action cards make the game fly.
Yeah.
And it's a quick game. You can play in 10 to 15 minutes.
I remember, I think it was Ron mentioned this, that in a basketball or a hockey game, you kind of need fast
action cards.
Fast action cards. Keith says for hockey, I want something that allows me some dice rolls to decide shots and a few other out. I like that. I like that.
Be very curious to see what you could do with a replay. Okay, so Trying to make a condensed version of. Oh, okay.
So
90 minutes. That's a long time. That's a
Ooh.
long.
Tedious game. Yeah. I've looked at I look at a lot of games, and sometimes I'm sitting there going, yeah, I don't.
See, it's what although there's no such thing as a perfect game, it really is one of the times that Strat really just scratches that itch that you make the decisions. I know PJ doesn't like it, but it just kind of fits. It just kind of feels right for me.
Yeah, it does.
That you're not bogged down with all the decisions. There's charts you can do for that, and the game flows rather quickly. I wish that the PC game would only give you 30 cards per period instead of 30.
It does feel a little long, doesn't it?
Yeah, but that's about it. And again, there's nothing. Action PC is a good. The hockey game is mature. It is better all the time, but I kind of like being that player on the ice.
Keith, we talked a lot about
Strat
Strat Hockey earlier. Strat Hockey is a decent game. It's a good kind of. It's not a play-by-play. But it's not fast act. It's kind of a highlight reel game. Whereas you flip a card, you see what happens, and when you flip 30 cards a period, and you decide who takes a shot, or did they just turn the puck over? I think it does a good job of eliminating the downtime in hockey. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But still gives you a little bit of downtime. So, it's like I had Bobby Orr turn the puck over 4 times in a row. So it's like, okay, Orr's with the puck. What happens? Loses puck to the opponent. Oh, damn it. Okay. Flip another card. Okay. This guy takes a shot, misses. Rebound goes to Orr. Or what happens to Orr? Loses puck to the opponent. So you do have some of that in the game there. I get it to flow. And for me, the flow and the fun factor is key. So Strat Hockey to me flows. Hockey Blast, I finally, after a long time, got that to flow. Shootout hockey flows for me. I can make that feel like a full game. And shootout hockey is a highlight game.
It has an Excel helper, but you have to load stuff in, right? Is that the one?
Yeah, I'll show you that real quick how that works. But yeah,
that almost got me to again.
Yeah, there's a program.
Yeah, I probably would just play that card in dice probably if I got that.
The thing is though, here's the let me see if I can show you the helper here.
Have you tried that, Ron, with the helper? Or?
Not with a helper. I'm the one that actually showed Dave the game shootout.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I had it, and I sent him something that I had, and it took a little too long for me to play. I couldn't get the game to play that quick because I was trying it in Excel.
Yeah,
and had the sheets and all that. And
so here is the this is the helper here. So you basically need to it takes a little bit of work because you got to scan in the cards and put them in a certain size, right. And then then there's a text file for the teams, and then I think the logos are already in there. But once you put in the images and the teams, they're in there forever. And what this does is it allows you to see the cards. You can roll the dice as you see the dice, or flip the fast action cards. You can do either or.
That's cool.
So I like to roll dice for the result. Like, okay, is it a shot or a penalty? And then flip the fast action card to see, who's taking the shot, where they're taking it from, and then is the shot successful or not? And that's where the fast action card comes in. So that this game, this helper, it does a super job here. And
I love the colors.
Yes,
I was just showing a little bit of how you put it in there. But
when you got that, you bought PDF and printed them yourself though, right? Do I remember that right?
Yeah. It's only PDF. It's only PDF. Okay. Yeah. Yep.
You did buy the fast action. You do have the deck of the fast action cards. Someone made those.
Oh, drive-through cards makes for $20.
Beautiful.
They're beautiful. They're playing cards.
So again, you flip the card. And then if it says to roll, you roll. If not, you flip it up.
No, it's neither or. You either play by dice or you use the fast action card.
Well, you can use a combination.
You can use a combo, but
next question.
So how it plays. So first, let me show you the card. So it comes in one of these, right? These things are gorgeous. I should have got 2 sets, and so they're printed with the shootout hockey on it. I'll kill my light here.
That's awesome, Paul.
So there's a shootout hockey card.
Yeah.
Right? And actually, I'll go full screen just to show you this right here. Hang on a sec. Solo layout. So there's the shootout hockey playing card. Okay. And then that's the card itself. Okay. And so what'll happen is that you see that the box that says who. So you roll the dice. If it's a scoring chance, you say who, J. So you look on the card, J is Phil Esposito. You flip the next card, where. Okay, if it's either even strength, power play, or shorthanded. Okay, if it's power play, it's from the slot. You flip the next card and you go power play slot, and that's a goal. Okay, so that, and then you would flip for the assist. So you actually go right down the line. So you kind of start off with over here. So you start off with who, where, goal and no goal, and then if you got a goal, there's your assist. And then sometimes there's a rebound check or a save check on the goalie or something like that down here. There's your number here for the dice. If you don't want to roll dice, that's the number. At the top, it tells you how many minutes to turn on the clock if you flip this card. And then even over here, if they score a goal or penalty, it gives you a random number from 0 to 60, so you can write down 15 minutes and 24 seconds. So that's kind of how Shootout plays.
That's cool.
It plays fast. It plays easy. These cards are unbelievable. I got to drive through, but like I said, that little helper program flips all the cards for you too.
Yeah.
And you can just say, okay, flip the card, is it in scoring range or not? Yes, it is, and then it's, is it this? Yes, it is, so who takes the shot, where they take the shot, and is it successful? And if it is, then who gets the assist?
Pretty much gives you a full stat. You get shot. Doesn't tell you how many shots individual players took, but tells you how many shots you figure out at the end of the period. So how many, for goalie saves percentage.
PJet does a really in-depth job with Shootout. I play a lot on my channel there, but if you want to learn that's where I go to PJet's channel. I was watching it today. I was watching him talk about assists and penalties today because I like to get refreshed once in a while to make sure that I'm doing it right.
And there's decade sets too. So if you wanted, let's say, the best Whalers of the 80s, you could have that.
Yeah, they got a best of set. They have a lot of good seasons. And again, this is another one that it's like $10-15 to get in. You know what I mean? It's really big bets have a huge. If it's a 90-minute game, that's the thing.
Yeah, it's you want it's as Dave talks about. You want games to flow. You can take forever to do something, but
he said it's kind of tedious.
That's the thing that what ASG also is very similar to. They're the Hannah, or I think they're all Hannah games. I could be wrong. The soccer. Even if you don't know anything about soccer, you play that game a couple of times, you pretty much understand where to.
Yeah, I haven't looked where the X charts is, but we're doing that World Cup replay.
Yep,
and it's fun, and it has the feel of that. And yeah, boy, bad teams are bad.
Yeah, when you're playing a bad team that doesn't score, they're not going to score in that game. Because they didn't score in real life. D. Scott Howard, a hockey game using the ASG Classic Soccer engine that would be interesting. Because again, you use ASG Classic Soccer, it's a PC game, but like Uncle Ron will tell you, it's a board game on PC.
Well, it actually is a board game.
Yeah, right. And they just put it
right.
You just look. It gives you all the things you can sit there. You want to take a risk? Okay. You make that, risk and reward. But if that dice roll ain't right, it's not going to work for you. Or
remember when we had Kerry Bates on, and we asked him if he would make a hockey game like Pro Strategy Football. We did. We asked him that. We said, "Would you make a hockey game, please?" And he laughed.
And he was more of a college basketball guy. He said,
"Yes, he was."
I watch your stuff, guys. I don't know why you don't think I watch.
What? Who are you?
Eric says, classic soccer rock. It's a very fun game. The tennis is fun. Horse racing. So there's an update.
A Bill Saul game. That's not a Richard Hanna game.
Okay, but I mean it's on ASG. But so the horse racing has an update, you said, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So there you go, Al. I mean that's.
So let me see if I can share this here. I'll go full screen real quick. Let's see, make this full screen. There we go. So yeah, I mean, look at this. So I'll scroll up just a tad here so you can see the seasons.
Prices are very reasonable.
So look at this. So you can get the game for $3. Okay, and that's a dice game only. Okay, and then you buy a season. So you pick 69, 70, $7. So it's $10. $10. If you want the fast action cards that you print out yourself. They're $250, and then you got to print out. There's 100 of them, I think. Or you can go to drive-through for $20. You get the super, super nice ones, But these are the seasons you got, and again, you're looking at $3 for the game, and $7 to $10 for the newest season. I mean, it's ridiculous.
And it's all on one team sheet too. So, which I think is great. There's no going back and forth. You don't have to worry about lines or anything like that.
Yeah. So where's the card? Okay, here are the cards right here. So you can see that it's set up that if Brad Marchand scores a goal, then when you read the assists, it'll say right wing and center, so you know that Pasternak and Bergeron will get the assists because you always keep the lines together is how it is. So you never have to change lines. You don't have to worry about fatigue. You're just reading, to who gets the scoring chances. So the better players, as you see, have 2 letters, because they get most of the scoring chances. But everybody has a penalty rating and assist rating sometimes. For me, I love this game. I do. And even and Pete's a big fan of it too,
You did the Summit Series and had one of the greatest stories ever to come out, Canada's absolute collapse in the 3rd period of Game 8 of the
my gosh. Yeah, I did the 8-game 72 Summit Series, and it felt like I was there because Canada come out like a ball of fire in Game 1, and I think they won it. In real life, they lost it, but in my replay, they won it. And then Game 2, they got stunned, and I think they come out of Canada with a split 2-2, or maybe they were up 3-1. And then they went out to Canada, to Russia, and it was like they got blown out in the first game in Russia. And I was like, well, they must be jet lagged from that long ride to Russia. They're jet lagged, and then they won a game. I was like, okay, all they need to do is win 1-1. They win the series, and they got smoked. And it was really, really fun to play that on Shootout. And Bruce
Take
and
care, Bruce.
Have
bye,
a good night,
Bruce.
buddy.
Thanks for watching. Hope things are good out there. Hope you don't get too much snow out there.
As I've done this before, Eric from Higher Ground Gaming, like you're playing a game and
dice roll. I saw the dice roll go on the screen. Yeah.
you're like, what do those numbers mean? I'm playing a game and by accident I punched it in the wrong spot, like in the wrong spot. I've done that before, Eric. I've done that before.
I just realized that PJet that somebody posted somewhere. I don't know if it was on the Play site, if it was on Delphi, that they created a 67-68 Hockey Blast season, and I got it, and somebody created it. It was free. It was like, yeah, that was kind of cool. That's what's cool about the Play stuff is they have some free stuff there. I even bought the instructions on how to make a player and how to make a team. I haven't done it yet. I don't even know where I put the instructions. They're here somewhere, but
I think Dave Little actually made full teams for the baseball history.
For the baseball, okay.
Oh yeah,
you can.
I wanted to. I'm going to try that at some point. It's not going to be now. At some point, I do want to try that game, but I'm afraid that I'll like it and I want to buy a bunch of seasons for that too. But it's at some point I will try that one there.
Try to play the seasons and stuff we have.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is that as I'm in the payoff pitch and replay baseball, so I'm going to stick with that right now. At some point, I will get the only thing about that is as I was watching people play that, and the flow factor is tough with that because it's just, okay, here's the batter up and you roll the dice. Okay, then you go to the chart, and it's like the golf. Is he a slugger? Does he wear black shoes? Where is this? And then it's okay, ground ball to short. And I feel like that length of time it takes to resolve the bat kind of takes away from the excitement of the batter. You know what I mean? Like Strat, it's like, okay, here's the pitcher card, it's fly ball, he's out, or it's a home run. Payoff pitch, it's the same way. Okay, it's off the wheelhouse, and the wheelhouse. Oh, that's a double. And you resolve it like this.
It tells you you're not flipping. That was the hardest thing for me. When I was looking for another baseball game, I looked at APA, and lots of people play APA, and I watch video. I'm like, I don't want to remember numbers.
Yeah.
Chat, like you're saying, you look and you know the result. The other thing, again, and I love PC replay baseball now. It took me a while. I was on the fence for a long time with that until I watched some video. Again, King Icky Boo. Yeah. He did a video specifically. He was playing he goes, I'm going to explain this a little bit to people. And and then I went back because I remember ID Gesture did a video explaining it. And I went, I get it. I might not know everything, but I know this column, these 2 columns are strikeouts. This column to see if you can get a hit. This is fielding. Dave almost banned me from the Facebook page for not buying anything. Oh yeah, that's a serious violation.
We talked about this. The 3 of us, we talked about this. We had a powwow whether we were going to kick you off the group or not. Because if you're not going to be one of us,
If
you're
you're
gonna
not
be.
gonna have the sickness like we have, actually, I have to be honest.
He got the vaccine. He got the first round of vaccines. I
Eric-
don't want that vaccine. I don't
Eric,
want it.
Eric does have the sickness. He tries out all kinds of
Yeah, he
games,
does.
and he played a game. I think it was on Steam where he had us as characters, and I don't know how many times I died in that game. I died a lot in that game.
Were you shooting zombies?
No, it was like a survival. I forgot what it was. I watched it. It was fun.
Oh God, you died more than I did in the survival game, huh?
You died a few times too.
Of course I did. Once the chair runs out of juice, I'm bored.
Oh, he's picked up shootout. Yeah,
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Shootout's a good
shootout.
game.
It's a fun, fast, quick hockey game. I played. It's probably my most played game.
You got to ban somebody, Dave.
I do
Oh,
that.
I'm not.
No, we can't do that.
Oh, I can do it from here. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So I did that. Okay, good. See you later.
It took us 3 hours to get someone tonight to do that.
Yeah.
Don't mention it. That's one.
Yeah, you flip the card. Yeah, you have 92, 93 Strat Hockey. Yep. I think I got that too. I think there was one. No, I got Hockey Blast 92, 93. So
As you should have in every good, credible game engine, because that's number 24. That's a gallon and a half. Or it's a gallon. Yeah.
Can we stop talking about that team?
I know
No.
it's like he just, we're trying to enjoy the show
You got a
here.
secret Yankee and Cowboys fan too on top of it.
Cowboys fan.
Someone asked me once what teams I liked, and I rattled them off, and he said, "Do you root for the house and blackjack too?"
Imagine somebody saying that up to a Red Sox fan.
He really, Ron likes to back the rabbit in greyhound racing. You know what I mean?
I used to enjoy greyhound racing up in New Hampshire when I was.
We had it out here when I
Yeah,
was a
there's
kid.
lot, too.
Foxborough. Did you guys? Foxborough was in Foxborough. You guys had it out in that area. Foxborough had a racetrack. I remember that. It was
Foxborough
horses.
did have the doggies, didn't they?
I think they did.
They had the dogs too.
Yeah, back in the 70s. Yeah.
We,
Yeah, we had one right up here near me. 'Cause they had the Topsfield Fair and they had racing at Topsfield. I was like early 70s. And then they had Seabrook. We'd go to Seabrook all the
There's
time.
only one. There is one racetrack somewhere still left, because I can bet on TVG, and you have to have a racetrack in your state.
yeah,
Oh.
Suffolk Downs is still open every once in a while, right?
There's somewhere in Mass. There's something open.
It's in the Boston area.
They used to have one right over the line in Salem and Rockingham, and that's gone. It's like it's gone. There's nothing there left.
Dale in New Hampshire. I don't think that's there anymore.
And a lot of the harness racing tracks got shut down just because there's easier ways to lose your money.
Mm.
It was kind of fun to lose your money horse racing. No?
Yeah, I enjoy that. D. Scott Howard always puts his money on the pace car.
Pace car would win all the time.
I went with my dad one time, and I think I hit a trifecta racing the dog. Yeah, and it paid like it paid like
I can do this the rest of my life. This is
it paid like $60 because it was like all the favorites. It's just like
doesn't matter. That's a nice pay.
now
Now,
it's just the idea though that like the
$50
trifectas were coming in.
back.
They were coming in for $200 and $300 every time, and then you hit it for like ridiculously low money. It's like, oh
the thing,
man, it's like hitting the lottery. It's like, woohoo! I hit the lottery. What'd you get? Oh,
You got a free
$10,000.
ticket. Congratulations.
$10,000.
Still
You
hitting
hit
the
the Powerball for $10,000, and the next week the guy hits it for $10 million. That's what
I don't
felt
want to
like.
waste my luck on 10,000.
And then Dave channeled his inner Alanis Morissette and wrote it Saronic.
Oh,
It's more like Steel Panther.
World's Worst Gamer says his family's in the harness racing business. That's kind of cool.
Nice.
I've enjoyed it. I do like, and I'm happy that they did that horse racing game, and I'm gonna update it. I gotta find my code. Can we
Yeah.
find that in the game?
Should be in the email.
They sent an email.
No, it should the code that should be in the email. when
Oh,
you
I
go-
saved that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I did enjoy. That's a fun game.
It
Again,
is.
it goes back to the names that you can just say, whether you're streaming or just playing, and you think about those names of the horses, and man, it's a lot of fun.
Yep, that was a good time. Well, you guys want to wrap this up here? I just
I'm ready
kind
for
of I just come on just to chat for half hour, 45 minutes about gaming. I had a really yucky day, and I just was like,
Is your day better now?
yeah, I just wanted to talk. I just wanted to talk games, talk happy stuff. And I was like, let's see if we can get the three of us on and just chat, just have a fun Saturday night and talk about things that make us happy in games. And we got the chat going, and we had a consistent, 40 to 50 people for 3 hours. So, I mean, there were people that must be home during the snow or 73 degrees in Florida. And I'm just, enjoy.
Not that we care about that.
Not that I'm mad at those guys, but, so just fun chat tonight. A lot of good discussions in the chat room. People coming and going all night.
Thank you.
And so it's good to see that. So hopefully we had some new people in here, some people we haven't seen in a long time.
It was awesome. Yeah,
it was a good time. Hopefully some people in the community finally got to see us do our thing here, that listen to the show. And we thank Al for coming on and chatting with us here. It's always a good time. It's always fun just to chat about things we enjoy doing. Instead of, I know we griped a little bit for the most part, but we talked about things we like better.
Spent enough money with that company. I'm allowed to gripe.
And this is why you're still in the Facebook group, though. This is why. Yep,
that's right.
He logs in with 4 separate accounts.
The day after Boxing Day, Eric, you got to buy something. You got to buy something on Boxing
I don't know. I know we're ending it. I have no clue. They have big sales coming up again. I've got everything. I don't think I need.
Oh,
right.
Wall. Here we go.
Fine. Happy.
It'd be funny if Emily the cat came in and was all brick walled too.
Happy.
Emily the cat.
Sarah's home, so Emily's not allowed.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in tonight.
Yeah.
Yep. Al, I'd love to see you play shootout hockey. I would hope you would like it. You might have. It's a fun, simple type of game. It really is.
There are games, and again, I know we're ending. There are games that's there, and same thing with Soccer Blast. And then I think I don't want that one. I think I would understand quicker. Definitely, I would I've watched your videos. I've enjoyed your videos with that, and
I think what I think when you run, follow me on this. I think what Al would like about shootout is if he's rolling the dice, and it's like, and they're down by 1, and it's like scoring chance for the Bruins.
Yes, here
it is. Brad Marchand trying to tie the game. He's got a shot for the slot. He scores. I can picture him doing that, following along when you're flipping the cards to see what it's going to be. Where's he shooting? I can see you getting into that.
I have a hockey game coming up on the channel. I don't know when, but I've set it up for you, Uncle Dave.
Ooh.
It's gonna be Bruins and Whalers. I'll play as the Whalers.
Okay.
Now, normally when I play I'll play as the Bruins and the Whalers, but since they're playing against each other, I'm going to play as the Whalers.
That'd be fun.
Digital Dice United Soccer from Stone Mountain Press next time.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Digital Dice Unite Soccer. Is that a game? Am I missing something here?
I'm not sure. It must be a soccer game.
And Eric is now pimping all his channels. You and Appa Chatter on here, and that's 40 accounts between the two of
you. Oh man, that's too funny.
I'm glad you cheered up Uncle Dave, and
absolutely,
Uncle Ron and Uncle Dave. Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, it was a fun time.
Yep. So hockey tomorrow, noon Eastern. It'll be the Habs and the Hawks from Chicago Stadium. I wish I could play at the Oregon. That's
all right, and that's where we can find the game, right?
Yep, noon Eastern. Yep.
So noon Eastern time. We got some hockey coming up.
Stop. He did. He signed on all 4 of his accounts.
Yep, that's one.
All right, we'll give him the love. Yep, one good reason to love the Whalers. Yep. They had some good seasons, the Whalers. They had some good seasons.
We used to watch them on Channel 30. That was the NBC affiliate for us out of Connecticut. I live in Massachusetts, but back then, it's funny. We had one CBS station, right? Just one. we had what the hell we had? 3 ABC stations. 8, 40, and 19 was a bizarro AB, like out of somewhere.
North Adams, Massachusetts.
What?
WTEN, Channel 10 Albany. WCDC, Channel 19, North Adams, Massachusetts.
It's funny the way TV was, but back then, hockey once a week, usually a Friday, was on Channel 30, and I watched the Whalers, and I fell in love with the Whalers.
We used to actually catch them on Sports Channel because we had Nesson, and that was like brand new at the time. And then all of a sudden, Sports Channel come out, and you would catch the Whalers on Sports Channel.
Whalers Channel. We didn't have the municipality I lived in did not have cable TV yet because they're still negotiating.
Yeah, we did. We were late to it.
We were real late. And then you want to talk about when you're a kid and all of a sudden I can watch all this sport. I mean,
yeah.
You have to understand. I'm sitting there going, "Oh, you mean I can see these guys playing? It's not an all-star game." And usually I walk away when there's porn, when I want to watch porn, but this is like sports porn to me. I'll be back in a minute.
That was because I remember I moved towns and I went to a town that had the other channel. I remember, I don't know what channel it was. I was watching hockey in French in 1988, and I don't know what sports channel it was, but I was like, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what he's saying. And it's in French, and why am I, sitting here in Massachusetts watching a French channel? But it's hockey, and I'm okay with it, and I still have no idea what channel it was. But it was on one of the. I think back then you had 30 channels. It wasn't a lot of channels back then.
Still more channels we had with the thingy.
So, and we had the Go Wolf Pack. And so, but anyway, thanks for everybody that tuned in. Holy cow, we went long tonight. Hopefully, we didn't chew up anybody's streaming time tonight here on on YouTube because we all take turns. We kind of just did a whole chunk tonight, but look for us, Runkle Ron tomorrow. I know Al will be back with some streaming. I've been doing a lot of streaming with these new games. I really have. It's been very enjoyable learning the baseball and the football and the basketball and
highly addicting. The PC replay game.
They are. Even just kicking back at night, like I say, having someone else streaming, me just sitting there, just playing in the background. It's fun.
What I've done lately, and then I'll shut up and we'll get the hell out of here. I get up if I wake up earlier than normal for a game. For work, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to work in a good mood. I sit down, I start rolling some dice for replay baseball. My 1946 Red Sox. Of course, when they lose, I'm not really happy, but other than that, it's.
Sometimes I do that too. I'll get up early, I don't have coffee anymore, but I'll have Ovaltine or something, and I'll play a quick game before I get anything going. It's like, okay, I got to get a game out of the way.
Puts you in a good mood.
Yeah. So anyway, all right, everybody. Hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in again. You probably know who we are, but I'm Ron's over there, Retro Sports Network. Al, Red Sox fan.
Thank you.
You probably seen his stuff there, and everybody that's here tonight, whether you stream or just listener, thank you so much for everything you do. Great community, great community here on YouTube and here on Facebook. And let me just plug the Facebook group one last time. Facebook.com/groups/digital to dice. If you're on Facebook, head over, join the group, and catch more of our stuff here and the pictures that we post. And what I really liked, one last thing before I sign off, is I like when I was making my payoff pitch cards, I would put up the pictures of the two logos. Okay, which one looks good? I'm torn between this logo and that logo. And I would wait before I went and printed. I would get a few responses. That was kind of fun.
I think you picked all good ones. Like even when you explained that video, they're all good.
Yeah.
They show better.
So all right. Thanks to everybody that tunes in, and we will talk to everybody soon. I hope so. Bye-bye. Bye, Patch. I know you watched the whole thing. On repeat. Yeah.